Oh, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Thanks for joining in. Coin Sense and Nonsense, I just sent you a new email. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I can't multitask too well. There we go. And he is backstage. Let's throw him up here. Coin Sense and Nonsense, what's going on? Sorry for the technical difficulties. I can't multitask too well. There we go. And he is backstage.
You just got to turn your volume down.
Me?
Yes. Whoever's echoing.
He fixed it. All right, everybody, we're back. That might have been my second. I pulled up a different stream as well. We're
Are we-
live. Sorry about that technical difficulty. Sorry about that Coin Sense and Nonsense.
No
I was
worry.
trying to multitask and sent one and sent the wrong one and then another one.
Damn, I'm not
Technology.
prepared. I should have had a couple of beers ready for tonight.
Well, I got an empty glass here. I'm gonna do something.
Holy
So-
moly, what's going
So
on?
sorry I'm late. What have you guys been talking about amongst yourselves?
Well,
we just got started because I gave the wrong link to both of you. So it was sort of my fault, which, hey, that happens. Looks like we got a good crowd already. We got B. Taylor, FG Stacker, Kevin Hawthorne. They were all in chat bright and early, ready. Being Becky. My brother, Great Lakes Joe, who is a huge fan of yours because he is a vintage art bar connoisseur.
Very
Death
cool.
From Below, Robert Wojciechowski, Victor De La Royas, Silverstruck. Nice to see Silverstruck in here. He will be our guest on Saturday morning.
Yes.
Right on.
And that's who we got in here so far. Oh, buy up gold and silver.
Well, I'm
And
happy
for
to
those of you
finally
that
make
don't
it.
know,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. For those of you that don't know, we have Blue Collar Stacker, and our special guest is Coin Sense and Nonsense, the one and only.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad to finally be here. I think I first started watching you guys when I was on vacation in Hawaii, and you had sent me an invite or discussed it or whatever, and I couldn't commit because I was still traveling and all that. So,
Gotcha. So we're kind of hoping for a few bloopers tonight, any chance of that?
they just happen. I don't have anything prepared. No.
Where did you go in Hawaii?
Kauai.
I was just there in April.
Oh yeah.
I love that place. It's amazing.
Yeah, we love it. So usually we like Poipu side, but we usually try to split it between Princeville area and Poipu.
Both nice areas. I forgot we stayed like more towards the middle, like half hour from the airport, I think.
Oh, cool.
I think it was towards Poipu, if I remember correctly.
Right on.
But we were there for a wedding, and it was nice. It was really nice. I would rather be in Hawaii than be on a live stream as well. I think I skipped the live streams when I was out there, to be a matter of fact.
I think you did actually, yes.
Yeah, I think I was sitting waiting for my table or something when I was watching you guys. Or actually, I think my wife was shopping or something. I don't know. I was at the marketplace there by, I guess Old Town Kaloa area. So.
Yep.
So yeah. I've got assortment of things prepared here. I know AGAU Addict. He's probably not going to watch live, but he said he might watch the after stream or whatever. So I pulled out some 10-ounce big boys to show. I don't know how well the camera works. It was interesting with logging into StreamYard. There we go.
And AGAU Addict is here. He says he just popped in. So Dub C is here as well. Not in the Dirt Yet is here. Sorcerer Stan, Mandy's Candy. We got a good little crowd popping in. So
right on.
Nice.
So yeah, I was like gathering stuff last minute there, and actually I found my notes. So that's one thing I wanted to ask you guys. Like when you do your videos, do you prepare like notes ahead of time or a storyboard or some kind of script or anything?
Well, you're giving me way too much credit. No, I kind of wing it. I do my research on what I purchase, And then, yeah, I do like make some notes, but no storyboards, no scripts, nothing like that. Just
I know
roll with it.
I'd have far less bloopers if I did do that kind of stuff. And I was always jealous of the people who said, "Oh yeah, I set up a little storyboard." I try to make notes for things, you know, especially if I'm going to try to quote mintages or whatever, like that last video I just posted. I had to have notes handy, and then I couldn't even read my own writing. I had to overdub a section there because I said 147,000 and it was 117,000. So
Right.
I've tried to make notes and then I try and follow them, but then I forget if I said something already or not. And then I'm like, what the hell? And then I cut it. And then I usually do like 30 takes for one video. And everybody always tells me, just edit it out. And I'm like, I hate when it looks all choppy. So I always like, I'll be like 2 minutes in, I'll cut it and start all over. And then I forget what I said. And I'm like, did I say this part of my notes or did I not? And so
yeah, no, the editing can be painful sometimes, but yeah, no, I hope it's not too choppy sometimes. I like to compose myself for the different segments sometimes, but well, with the bars too, nobody wants to hear me clanking and picking up the next couple pieces. So I figured I'd shorten them up. If I'm going to try to show 20 bars in a video, I can't really be wasting too much time.
Yeah,
thinking
I've
is
always
part of the
said
best part
you
of it.
show a lot of stuff in your videos. You got a good little selection of stuff in every video.
I try to plan out like if I have topical bars, you know, but I got tired of doing holiday bars, and that's all for a while, that's all the LCS was feeding me was a bunch of holiday bars, and a lot of them were, you know, kind of rare, so I didn't want to pass them up, but after a while I told him, "Dude, you got to lay off on the holiday and give me something." And then the John Wayne came out. So
You know, I passed on a John Wayne today. Um, I did pick up 4 nice pieces though. That I was happy about. But I did pass on a John Wayne. I saw a John Wayne and I thought about you. I was like, man, I should buy that. But I had to pass on it. He wanted too much for it.
Dubsy Coins and Precious Metal is not a fan of many channels, but he says he loves to see your art bars, so he is a fan of yours.
well, thank you very much, and really appreciate that. And I do honestly try to get around and watch everybody's videos, but it's hard with, you know, having the regular job and then trying to be content creator and then all that, you know. I wouldn't have a marriage if I tried to watch
No,
everyone's. And I don't like to just say, "Oh, nice video," and not really watch it. If I watch somebody's video, I pretty much watch start to finish. So
yeah, and it's not easy. It really isn't. A lot of times I got to watch it in segments. You know, I'll watch like minute
yeah,
1 through 6, and then I'll come back and watch, you know, another part. And
yeah.
it's not easy.
Yeah, I'll get rolling some Saturday mornings, get some coffee going, and binge watch some people that I've kind of neglected. But yeah, so I do apologize if there's folks out there that wonder how come he never watches my stuff. It's just, it's no offense. I do check in now and then.
There
Yeah.
is a lot out there, and it is hard to watch. And I used to watch a lot more than I have gotten around to lately. But I'm fortunate at my work, I get a 20-minute break every hour. So I try, just to get my mind off stuff, I'll watch
Oh, that's
YouTube. But it's still hard to get to everybody's content and remember to go back and watch this person's and that person's.
Mm.
yeah,
But I do, I try and do my share of watching and seeing what everybody's picking up and seeing what's out there. And like you said, I always like to watch to the end, and I'll try and throw a comment in there about something that was at the end of the video, so
yeah,
that
just to
person
let
knows
them
that I
know.
watched to the end.
Exactly, exactly. So I know I'm the one that's the guest, but I'm curious about you guys. I know Blue Collar, I think, used to be a Long Island
That is
native.
correct. Yeah, and you as well, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
Where on
so
the
have
island? Where are you from?
uh Smithtown. No.
We were practically neighbors. I was just on the other side of Hop Hog. Central Islip I grew up in. Then I ended up in Blue Point
Oh,
before I moved down to Florida.
cool. And Vegas, are you a Vegas native or
I'm originally from Northwest Indiana, but I've been in Vegas for roughly 19 years, I think now, 18 or 19 years.
right on?
So
I'm sure you
Good.
don't miss shoveling snow and all that, so I don't miss that either.
I don't miss the snow. I don't miss the mosquitoes. Um, but I still make it back there at least once a year in the summertime to enjoy the weather and just see family and kick back and relax in the non-concrete jungle.
Mm. So where are you these days, Coin Sense Nonsense?
Southern Cal, just kind of like in between, LA County and Orange County, northern OC.
Oh, nice, nice, very nice.
So,
Now, how did that's a big move. That's like something you don't usually see, though. Nope.
yeah, moved when I was a kid with my family. My dad had a job opportunity, and due to health issues and whatnot, was recommended either California, Florida, Arizona, and my dad always liked the Dodgers, so here we are.
Yeah, he was a Dodger fan from back in the day, right?
Yeah, more so. Yeah, my mom too. Growing up, they liked the Brooklyn Dodgers, so that was
Yes.
their thing in the '50s. So
Yeah, for sure. My mother and father grew up as Dodger fans, but all my uncles on that side of the family were all Yankee fans. So I ended up being a Yankee fan because I couldn't be the same thing as my dad, right? So yeah, that's the way it ended up. So I'm a Yankee fan.
well, I won't hold that against you. I grew up, where I grew up, it was Mets, Jets, Nets, and Sets. No,
Yeah,
the
no,
New York Nets back when Dr. J played for them back in the ABA or whatever it was.
yep, remember it well.
So, tried to get out some toys to show off. I know I'll get to some bars in a minute for anybody chomping at the bars. I did get some new bars from Victor today, and I just barely opened the package before showtime, and don't know what's in there yet, but maybe we can see that together. But
Sure.
this,
Before we do that, I have a question for you.
sure,
So I've got these two rounds. You can see they're identical, right?
yeah,
But on the other side, they were done by two completely different mints. So did these companies share dyes, or what was the deal with that? What was the reasoning? Because we had that discussion in another thread back in the day. But like they could
yeah.
be identical on one side, and then on the other side they're totally different, and they're made by two different mints.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You'll see some like with the Constitution on there, the USS
Yes.
Constitution and whatnot. So I don't know that there was any kind of, exclusivity on some of those, whether they shared them simultaneously, like if there were multiple dies and they just used combo, different obverse dies or
Hmm.
whatever. But yeah, it's interesting. Same with bars. There's a lot of crossover between some of the companies. Some were because the like USSC, when they kind of went down, some of their dyes and things, I think, went to American Pacific Mint and some of the other
Yeah.
companies that produced similar looking bars.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say you see a lot of these like APM looking stuff. I always considered that like an APM bar, but it could be a number of different mints.
yeah, that one actually, I believe I've got the same one, and I don't know if that's. I don't think that's Pioneer. Let me consult the book. No, actually, I'm just kidding about that. We're not going to bust out the book, but unless somebody needs me to look something up, that is. But yeah, I've got that exact one, and I'm drawing a blank. If Victor might be able to ID that one, but yeah, that's that theme with the flags and the eagle and all is used in a couple different mints, but that particular one, there's different reverse
Yeah, I'm gonna
styles
whip
of it.
out my loop here and see if I can read it. It just says International Trade Unit across the top,
Yeah.
which is common. I don't see
Sadly,
it.
I just had that out. I should know because it was just out on my table. I was doing a little rearranging this weekend because things got
Yeah.
out of control.
Now you must have some good LCSs in your area then that take care of you.
There's two that really do take care of me, and there's others that I go to, but some shows lately have been pretty good. We had one in the town of Buena Park or the city of Buena Park. And that's like, it always had followed the Long Beach Expo by a couple weeks. And Long Beach Expo, unfortunately, has gone down. They stopped doing it.
I heard
Yes.
that last year that
Yeah.
they were gonna quit doing that.
Yeah. So now the Buena Park show is like our big deal show, and it was packed. And there was lots of good deals. And luckily, I've kind of built a rapport with some of the dealers because, you get to see the same people over and over. But that's the key for the LCS. I built a relationship with this one store, and they just recently bought somebody's collection, some longtime collector since the 70s, and finally he's realizing he's got to liquidate or do something with his collection. So I've been the benefactor on that one.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. Very awesome.
Yeah, we noticed
So
that even at the Vegas show that we've been to a few times, you see a lot of the same vendors time and time again. And they were the ones that basically told us that the Long Beach show was going to go away.
yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it is a darn shame. That was good, but there were some security problems there. Some dealers had their things stolen. They thought maybe inside job by some of the security or somebody leaked something. And so it became, kind of a sore spot, that way. And then other dealers got ripped off on their way home, like they'd stop to eat and their cars would get broken into. And
It
not
sucks.
not good. So yeah, I had to really be careful there. So I liked
Always has to
it,
be
but it
one
was
bad apple ruining shit.
yeah. But it seemed, the consecutive shows there was some kind of security drama there. So
Right.
and it was fun. I got hassled one time because I was trying to record in there during my early days of Coin Sense and Nonsense. I brought my alter ego here, Mr. Funny, and went to the show and I was trying to record and I got a talking to from security, but showed them I deleted my footage. But of course, if you don't delete the deleted, it's not gone.
That's true. And they didn't know that, I guess.
Well, I guess they weren't gonna hassle me that much. That I think they realized I was gonna cease and desist anyway, so they got their point across.
Yeah. It's amazing. Some of the shows they don't like at Fun Show, we didn't get hassled at all filming. But what was the one show? At the Vegas show we got hassled, right? Right, Vegas?
I think it was Liberty. Didn't Liberty get hassled?
Yeah, we got a little bit of a stern talking to from the security guards.
I've
Some of
always
the, I think what it is the old timers don't want it. The younger people they don't care because they live their life on camera.
Well, what it is too, and like, for Long Beach, there's some pretty big deals going down there. And so the customers, they don't really want, I guess the dealers are looking out for their customers, not wanting to be on camera unknowingly, unwittingly, whatever. So more
Yeah,
for security. I can understand it for sure. So I did get permission, from certain dealers to just record right at their table, especially if I bought something. So
yeah,
and I believe Blue Collar, you did that at the Vegas show, and I believe Liberty did too. And usually,
yeah,
like if you're buying something and you just keep it to like you keep the camera down on your deal, they're usually pretty good about it because it gives them exposure too a little bit. So
yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
as
they
long
don't
as
like seeing.
everything goes well. No. Hey, and I do
Yeah,
have my laptop up so I could see the chat, but I realize I can't be multitasking here. It's kind of hard. So if anybody has questions that you guys see, please feel free to relay them to me or whatever. So, but do you want me
absolutely.
to show any goods or what?
yeah. Bring it
Anything?
Something
for
off.
sure.
So I was starting to show this. This is from my earlier days of collecting silver. This was a set of rounds that came out, and I think they were exclusive to APMEX, but they're all different points of interest on Route 66, and they have the road sign on one side, and then something famous, a landmark along Route 66. So some of these, so they released like one or two per year, and some of these ended up being quite collectible. So it's pretty happy to have the whole set of these guys, and thought that was kind of cool to
Route
share.
66 is very popular with people that come from overseas. They like to rent a car and do the whole Route 66 thing, which is it's pretty cool. I've never done it, but that seems like a good idea.
Well, it was a dream of my buddy Dean Lorman, who unfortunately passed away this year. He's one of the craftsmen who made, who made. There's a blooper for you. Who made some of my poured silver pieces and whatnot. So may he rest in peace. But yeah, he was a good guy up in British Columbia, and his dream was to come down and do Route 66. And so we traded actually some pieces for the whole set. I sent him the set, and I'm destroying my set. And then he made some really cool pieces for me. So
Cool. So
Very
what
nice.
got you? Somebody wants to know how long have you been stacking? That comes from sobriety and silver.
first got into like silver, away from coins. What happened in like 2016? I found a silver barber dime among my pennies. I was going to roll some pennies and take them to the bank, but I figured, let me check first for some. Anyway, so that kind of rekindled my interest in coins about 2016. And then by 2017, I discovered silver bullion and started collecting things. Actually, I've got one here. I'm into anything with ships. And this was a cool set from. Um, they called these the nautical ounce, and so I collected like the set of these until silver got crazy price. Like when silver got to $25, I stopped like buying everything under the sun. So I would say between 2017 and like 2019, 2020-ish is when it was my heyday, and I was like buying everything. But um definitely slowed down, even got some of the America the Beautiful
ATVs, yeah.
5 ounce coasters and whatnot. So,
So, but here you are with almost $40 silver, adding every week. It looks like.
well, I'm trying not to think about it with the bars. I'm not thinking so much in terms of the silver cost as I am in the collector cost. So I'm kind of like a hybrid. I started out kind of a stacker, but I kind of was more a stack collector. I always wanted something that was interesting to me. I didn't really go for like American Silver Eagles and stuff like that. I went for more of the bizarre, you know, collector unwise coins for some for someone who's serious about stacking. And so I took a lot of heat for some of the decisions and purchases that I made from people who thought they knew better and wanted to tell me how to do what I was doing. And so there's Ronnie. So just had a variety of things that I was into. I collected the whole set of these Celtic animals. So just had had a lot of different things. I love these pirate rounds. So
Now,
these are 2 ounces.
everybody's guilty of that. We've all done that. We've all started collecting things that, you get into it and you're like, why did I start this?
Yeah. And some things actually failed me. Like there were some series that I was really into and then they never continued. So that was disappointing too. Like you figure you're gonna collect the whole set. And sorry if that's an earthquake on my camera.
Yeah.
So just pulled out some various things to show. I have no idea what's what here.
So
You,
one of the things I've heard on your channel is the term dipski.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm not afraid to do a little dipski in myself.
I
So
wouldn't do
that is
coins.
look no, not coins. I'll do I'll do one of these. You can't see it because obvious reasons.
Well, you
Oh,
can
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, but
go
I
ahead.
mean something like that, I'd give that a dipski if it needed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's full of fingerprints and maybe it's cloudy, but look what's underneath it. and I can almost guarantee you that I did give that a Dipsky, but it's still got mint luster. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a gorgeous piece.
Yeah.
So why not? That's my
Yeah. No, if it improves the look and it's not gonna, obviously it's not a numismatic coin, so it's not
right.
detracting from the value. It's more the appeal of the look of it. And so from that aspect, of course, you'd want something shiny. This is just a round.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these, I bought some to melt. Actually, not any of these. Well, actually, that's a melter. So for a while, I was trying to do poured silver. I one of my first attempts was Count Chocula, and
Nice.
this came out pretty cool. This was like from a pencil topper that I got from my cereal in the 70s.
Oh, no kidding.
So yeah, I made Count Chocula, and then I thought I was all that, and tried to do Frankenberry, and it was a fail.
Oh,
So and then Blueberry, he's downright deformed. There, he's a I don't know what you want to call him, but not a good
so you
one.
got the whole
So
collection. You got the Count Chocula.
yeah, I'll eventually go back and try to do a better one of the others. This one I was fairly proud of. Didn't even really polish it up that much, and
Yep.
it's not bad. So
Which
some of the
which
go
furnace
ahead.
do you use?
That's the thing is I went through a progression. I started out with the basics, just with torches, and then jumped up to the acetylene torch, and then now I've got like, and I haven't used it in so long, but I have the twin tank, with the oxygen and acetylene.
Oh, so
Wow.
So,
you
and
got
I,
a high
but
end
I,
gas one.
however, I did buy an oven, a furnace as well. So I've got one of those front door type. I didn't want to get the drop in from the top. I felt like I had more control with the door.
Yeah.
Nice. Real quick, I got to give a big shout out, big thank you to STFU and Stack Silver PMG for the $2 sticker or super chat, whatever you call it. It says, "How was the Vegas coin show this month?" It hasn't been yet. It is coming up this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will let you know for sure. I will be there probably. I think I'm gonna go Friday. Maybe Sunday, probably not Saturday. I'll go Friday for sure. Sunday if there's something that I want to go back for, but Saturday I probably won't because of the Saturday morning show and sleep. Speaking of those, Coin Sense and Nonsense, have you ever made it out to any of the Vegas coin shows?
I have not. I was gonna go. Actually, I did go to a PCGS show that was like a members only show that was at Caesars. But was it Caesars? No, MGM. I don't know. One of those.
They're all
One
the
of those
same on the
places.
strip.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only one. It was kind of a smaller one, just like in a conference room. It wasn't anything like in a convention center or anything like that.
The one you just recently had that you said you went to that replaced the
The
Long Beach
Buen
one.
the
How big
Buena
is that?
Park.
Yeah, the
It's
Buena Park
it's
one.
fairly big. They have it in a like a big hall, and I would say there are probably 75 to 100 dealers.
Nice. That's a good size.
Yeah.
It's about what the Vegas one has become. The last show, Blue Collar, if you probably I think so too. It seemed less than the show before.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'm
Didn't you,
interested to see what this one's going to turn out to be.
wasn't there a local show in between?
Um, yeah, I think there was. It was a small one, not too long before that one. I think you're right.
Yeah. I thought like in May sometime there was like a local show.
Yeah, it was more yeah, it was smaller. I don't know if Silver State went to that one or not.
Hmm.
So are you guys mostly into like just the metals, or do you do coins at all?
I do a little bit of numismatic. I do some Morgans, some type coins too, but not a tremendous amount of coins. A little bit of bullion. I got some silver eagles, some maples, Britannias. Philharmonics, that kind of stuff, bullion coins.
This was always one of my dream coins there, and finally got to have one. I don't know if it's in focus or not, but yeah, to have a proof of a 3 cent silver, and this is like, just after the Civil War ended, and so
Yeah.
very unique reverse with the Roman numeral and the giant C. So
Now, do they also refer to that as a 3 cent nickel?
3 cent nickels are the next generation. Just happen to have one here. No.
I have one right here. Very nice.
Yeah. So I did a series called Dead Denominations, and I did all the coins that don't exist anymore: ½ cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, um,
Half
half
dime.
half dime, the 250 gold. So yeah, this was part of that madness. So this is a pretty nice graded example. Also a Roman numeral 3, but no giant C. But yeah, another nice proof one. So those were like kind of bucket list type coins, but the true bucket lister here is this proof like Colombian dollar. And so my grandfather gave me a Colombian $50 when I was like 8 or 10 years old, and I polished it with the silver cloth. And
Oh,
I mean, it had, I think, already had some evidence of that anyway, but yeah. So that's toast, but it also was something that I always cherished. And once I became aware that something like this existed with the proof like designation, I had to have one. So I hunted high and low. And actually, I did get this at a Long Beach show years ago. So
mhm.
this was like the culmination of my ships series. I did a whole thing of collecting all the commemoratives that had ships.
Nice. I haven't
Yeah.
gotten into the coins too much. I started like, well, not, I wouldn't even say started, but I've just been more into trying to do bullion and weight. Conqueror of Balls wants to know what kind of bars does CSAN have in the upper right,
You talking
In the
about
what?
the
in
Kit
the
Kat
upper right
bars?
corner of your screen? Those loaf bars up there. One looks like the Nevada Coin Mart. Yeah, those. Yep.
This one here. So this one.
Very cool.
Got some cool toning there.
Is that an odd weight? I can't really read it, but
It's a 10. This one's 10
And
even.
10 even.
Yeah. And
now that has a ship on it too. So who does?
you know what? I should have been more prepared, and AGAU is going to kill me. It says USS Constitution, but
AGAU says almost looks like CMI, but not sure. 10 ounce, I think. So AGAU is keeping an eye on them.
right on.
He's got your back.
So I
Conqueror
think
Boss says
that's
NCM. So almost. Conqueror Boss says NCM, and no, it's AMC. So close.
this one's AMC, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Office of Domestic Gold and Silver, I think, is what the ODGSO is.
Yeah, and that one's an odd weight. That one is a little over 10 ounces, it looks like.
Yeah, here's an odd weight.
Oh, wow.
Holy smoke.
Bear Paw Mining Company. Actually, it's not odd weight. It's 25, I think. And actually, it's 25.63.
Nice. Yeah, that's one thing I don't have. I don't have anything that is odd weight unless you consider a kilobar an odd weight. 32.15, right? Is that what it is? 32.15? Yeah, I think so.
Something like that, yeah.
Ride
There you go.
ride the Ferris wheel. No. So yeah, this was a fun thing. So
1.5 troy ounces of rotating silver coin. Interesting.
yeah. I figure for Vegas we gotta have some roulette, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So,
Look at that.
see if I got that.
Oh, very cool.
That's super cool. Does it have a
Very
little
cool.
ball in there that goes in it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so it's functional. That's cool.
So yeah, another waste of money, but had to have it. So
Why not?
It's
what are you
limited
gonna?
vintage, I'm sure. So, oh, it's a Pamp
Yeah,
Swiss. There you go.
yeah.
Not a bad piece to have in the collection.
So, but people probably want to see bars, huh?
So, what got you into
So,
bars then?
well, it was really the commemorative coin thing. I was like always into the different bars with subjects and whatnot. And so I don't know, the art bars tend to satisfy that itch and are still very collectible. You know, some of these definitely much more than spot. I'm not lucky enough in Southern California to find these in the junk bin. My LCS guy is kind of aware of what prices should be. So just recently picked that one up. That's a cool part of the Eagle's Nest set by Foster, W.H. Foster. Part of that. No, where's the 19th part of that set?
Very cool. Yeah,
So,
my brother he gets he'll find some art bars every now and then in the just the generic bin at his pawn shop. And if he ever sees them in there, he'll snag them.
Yeah.
And then he's always sending me pictures. Look what I found. And it's like $1.50 over spot, but it's like you said, he's just fortunate enough that they don't know and they don't care what they're
yeah, those were the days when I found, used to be able to get some good deals. But so now, the shop that I'm going to, he's definitely been hooking me up because I'm a regular, and he said, he'd rather see me have them than just kind of piecemeal them here and there. So I'm keeping some of the sets together. So that's one of the things with some of these more fragile or raised bars. I can't really put them in capsules or anything, so I have to use this Harco album. And so the collection that the guy bought came in a lot of these. So basically just putting them back in there. So I
nice.
do have some repair job to do. I pulled out the bejeweled Christmas tree that has the ruby and the diamond and emerald in there, and one of the emeralds and one of the rubies popped out. So I gotta one day when I'm feeling brave, I gotta pull it out all the way and glue it without messing it up.
So are you still into pouring? Do you still mess
I
around with the
haven't
pouring?
done it for so long. Once silver went way high, I stopped doing it because to get blanks or supplies or whatever was, not. I started to get bold too, right around the time when I was thinking about doing more pouring. I got into Pickle Rick, and I wanted to make a poured Pickle Rick. There's a failure right there, but that's a big chunk. That's like probably 4 ounces of silver right there.
Mm.
So I can reclaim a lot of my boo boos, but I kind of lost the interest once I realized I couldn't really replace my silver at a reasonable price, and I didn't want to be melting silver at $25 an ounce or $22 an ounce. So I had bought a lot of like Atmex rounds, and then even some Australian kangaroos I got for like $18 a piece. And so I melted one of those, and then my heart broke and I stopped. That was probably the last time I poured, was when I melted a kangaroo. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind melting kangaroos. I'm not a big fan of the kangaroos.
well, not that I like it, but I realized that they also have, people that are into them. So, because they're dated and all. So,
Sure. So I was at the coin shop today, and while I was in there, I said, I got to pick up something cool to show CSAN,
all right, I'll stop.
So
I'll stop sharing. You go ahead. I want to pour something here. So let me pour something, and we'll see what Victor got. But you show me what you got.
I'll show you real quick. You tell me if these are decent, and I'll tell you what I paid for them. So I found this one, Bicentennial.
Uh-huh.
It's a Liberty Mint.
Liberty. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good one.
Nice looking piece, right?
Yep.
I got this one here.
USC. Uh-huh.
Yes, it is. You know your bars. Very good.
Look
I know
at
you're
us.
going to know the last one when I show it to you. How about that one? It's a Liberty Mint.
Uh-huh.
Nice looking piece, right? Yep. Very good. I know you're going to know the last one when I show it to you. How about that one? 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 How
Oh, of course, that's the Swiss of America. It's a little out of focus, but Swiss of
Yeah.
America, nice one. What's the back look like? Same one I got. Cool.
Yep. All right. So this is the one now. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah, nice.
yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. So that's a first for me. I my first Hoffman and Hoffman. I hope I did okay on that.
Yeah, now that is awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, these 4 bars, the 2 bars and the 2 rounds, I paid 160, so $1 over spot.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I haven't really looked into it what they're worth, but I mean they're not in perfect condition, but I wasn't expecting miracles for that price. So, but yeah, so I wanted to show that to you because I was kind of proud of that. I picked that stuff up.
That is, yeah, no, definitely. That is sweet.
Yeah, man. So yeah, by all means, though, continue what you were showing us.
OC says he's been looking for 2 years for Hoffman and Hoffman rounds and can't find them. I thought he
You
had
know,
a bunch of them.
I looked down in the case and I saw that and I was just like, wow, I haven't seen one of those. And I've seen people with them and they all say they're rare. So they say that's the one too.
Hmm.
The one with the
Yeah.
star on it. If that,
I don't have any.
yeah, it's a nice piece.
Brother is always jealous of the books that you have, like the books that hold the bars in there.
So the which particular one? The brown ones or the blue?
Probably
That
the,
one?
I don't know. He's always been looking for like a book that just holds like bars because he wants to be able to like look at them and he can
Well, yeah.
never seem to find them.
So I'll
That's a
tell you.
Whitman.
Yeah, the Whitman, unfortunately, well, none of these they make anymore, as far as I know. These were expensive to buy new. I think you can probably get them used, but you can see the binder is starting to break on mine, and I was really trying to prevent that. But the more you open it, the worse that is. I try not to open the cover past 90 degrees because, yeah, that's the one downside of these. So the benefit of this album versus the Dansko album, they don't fit any of the hardly any bars actually, even just regular bars that fit easily in here or in capsules won't fit in the Dansko. So if you do find a Dansko, I don't recommend buying those. And then these books that you can get different pages for the different orientations. So there's some that are horizontal and some vertical. Let me just
Oh, that one's cool.
slide out the deal. So you have to leave them in their like original sleeve, not original sleeves, but they're, like the plastic sleeves. I don't think this will take a capsule. So that's the downside, is having to use these. And that's what I was trying to do with the Christmas tree. The darn LCS put a price tag there, and I wanted to just swap out the sleeve, and I jacked it up.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a project. I'm gonna dedicate a whole book to individual mints, and so I'll have one with Mount Everest mint, which is what these are, and then another one with Seco mint, which is what these are.
Now the Mount Everest Mint bars, am I correct? Is that Golden State Mint, early Golden State Mint?
That I'm not aware of. I'd maybe have to defer to a bar historian for that. As much as I claim to know or look up and all that, I know there's people who are into the society, the international society, that probably wouldn't be more knowledgeable on stuff like that. I'm not, yeah, I haven't researched it enough to know, but that's a good question, and I probably should know.
Mm.
So I will jot that down so I can follow up.
Yeah, please do, because I had read that somewhere, and I don't know if it was true or not, but yeah, I had read that they were like it was one of their first pieces that they brought out. The one that's I'm trying to see if I can find it. The Mount Everest Mint. Well, keep going. Oh wait, maybe this. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of this one, the Mount St. Helens.
Oh, that's Golden State. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
And
The
does yours have a reeded edge?
Let me see. Wow, that's a good question. I can't really see it. I gotta pop it out of the cappy here. I'll work on that while you guys are doing your thing. What are you drinking there?
That's E.H. Taylor starting off here with just the small batch. Do you guys imbibe at all?
I'm a beer man myself. I do not do the whole whiskey thing.
I used to be more of a smoker than a drinker, but now I do neither really. I'll drink socially, but if I'm at home and I'm drinking, I'll have like maybe half a beer and then I'm done. I'm a
Well,
pretty much a lightweight.
the collector in me unfortunately drew me into collecting whiskey. So it's not only just drinking them, but I'm seeking out the hard to find ones or the rarities. But there again, the drawback of being in Southern California, the prices are outrageous.
Everything in California is outrageous, right?
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it's crazy. No reeded edge on that one.
No
Smooth
reeds?
edge.
Huh.
Yeah, it's Mount St. Helens erupted May
Erupted
1980.
1980. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Hmm.
got the GSM and the wagon on the back. But
Yeah,
no,
that's a cool one. I love the whole motif on the reverse. It's almost like a Silvertown style or
yeah,
that old Western theme. I love it.
yep, and just a smooth edge though.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Well, I don't want to be the only one there, so we'll take that off the table. No. And we'll see what Victor got here. Is Victor still
Yeah,
here in
bring
the
it on.
chat?
I'm trying to find my Hoffman and Hoffman. I have one. But I have the other one, not the one that you just picked up.
So, and I picked up a bar recently that has H&H on there, but I don't think it's Hoffman and Hoffman, but I picked it up just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you have to, right?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this.
Oh,
Oh
very
yeah,
cool.
Northwest.
Sorry if I'm sorry if I'm spoiling the surprise. I'm world premiering here on your show. I better stop. There's a little note and everything. Well, we'll save the rest for my channel, but there's a little teaser of what Victor sent. No.
Nice, sweet.
A little sneak peek. So if you guys want to see the rest, you have to tune in to Coin Sense and Nonsense to see what is in the rest of that package.
Exactly.
Nice little sneak peek. I don't have many vintage bars, if any. I think the most vintage bar I have would be this Silvertown bar, which isn't even anything spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice 5 ounce.
Oh, that's a cool one though.
I've
And I
dabbled in
love
what
that you have the
this one.
it's an ecology bar.
Yeah, this might be my favorite, aka like the only vintage bar I think that would be anything. But I like this one for some reason. Other than that, my vintage bar selection is very weak.
How about that A mark up there? Is that a USVI? Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
awesome.
These
Flip
are
it.
pretty common though, right? Like,
I wouldn't say that. They carry a premium here. That's like 45, before silver hit as high as it is now, like when silver was still like 35, those were like 45 here.
I think I paid 40 for it at one of the coin shows.
That's the one thing I didn't bring out. If someone wants to see those, I've got a box full, but
Oh yeah, I've seen your box. Didn't you? You got a whole bunch of them in there. I'm trying to find my A mark, little A mark bar. I can't find it. I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
I don't know where my Hoffman and Hoffman round is now. See, I started looking for stuff and I don't know where the hell it is, and it makes me wonder what I did with it.
Maybe he sold it that night on Whatnot.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I might have though for the right
Was that a
price.
drunken night on Whatnot?
Yeah, I was just letting. I think the lack of sleep had me telling whatever I had.
Yeah, you were a little
supposed to
punch
reach.
drunk. Yeah, man. Oh, there it is. I knew she was in there somewhere.
Dubsy, thanks for stopping in. He says he's got a split. Says catch everybody in the streams.
Take care,
Yeah,
Dub.
did you get that one from
Yeah,
Rick
from the
Angel as well?
Vegas show. Yeah, we all got them the same day, didn't we?
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
thank you for tuning in for whoever's leaving there. Sorry, I can't read the chat, but
Dubsy.
oh, Dub C, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, I run 2 devices. I have to. I can't see it on the phone good enough.
Well, I set up the laptop specifically for this, and now it's kind of far away. I couldn't show toys and also do that, but I know in Victor's package there's a couple of these bars to help work on my set of these. That was really my goal for having this album, was to the Great Lakes Mint is one of those where they make elongated bars and they don't fit in capsules.
Yeah.
And so that was the real motivation to buy the Whitman album. You know, these cost like $125 just to buy the album. That's insane.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I knew those books were expensive.
yeah, so I got 3 of them, and I said that's enough. And so now I'm going to try to rearrange some things and move to some other places. So I've got other books now with the Harcos. So this is pretty much my box of things I haven't shown off yet, or some that I've shown and I have no room for. But let's see. I don't know if Mark Samuelson's here, but we got oh, no, that's not a Mark bar. So we got a bunch of Englehards in here, I think. Oh, here's that the H&H. I don't know if it's who makes that, but
H&H Silver. Now, do you know why they once they used to put years on bars, but now they don't?
I think certain, they just had different dyes that they used. And so I don't know that there was a conscious effort for some, for, maybe later years for some of the like, if it was Engelhard or not an Engelhard, but a Sunshine or whatever, maybe they just dropped it because it's easier for them to produce dyes and not have to make things. So I didn't pay that, Victor. So yeah, so that's a kind of a running joke we have there about whether we paid what the marked price is or whatnot. So, but yeah, see what I got in here that's not been shown off yet. That might be fun. Got
Now,
the
I'd hate to ask you, but I'm gonna have to ask.
famous trout.
So, could you estimate for us how many bars you've got?
Of the art bars?
Yeah.
I think probably close to 400, I guess.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm trying to look up the H&H bar now. I don't have the good book. I just have the internet.
Yeah, no, I think I saw it in the good book, and it's not under a Hoffman and Hoffman. It was under like a miscellaneous or something like that. So I figured I need to do more research somewhere.
Might be Handy and Harmon.
This is a cool one that from my Great Lakes Mint. So that's my goal. Was my first mint I was gonna like go for to try to collect them all. Wanted the entire catalog. And I think it's doable. Nothing is really like super out of reach. The problem is those darn hockey bars, they only minted 300 of each. And just trying to come across those has been tough.
Now, what are the hockey bars? Can you explain that for us?
The Great Lakes Mint, these are WHA bars that are just limited, some of the precursors to NHL teams. So, and also where Wayne Gretzky got his start. So he was with the Indiana Racers before he went to the Edmonton Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so the Winnipeg Jets started out in the WHA, and so they have very distinctive. It's upside down. Distinctive reverse. So it's one of those pain in the arse bars where it's both vertical and horizontal. So, so I've got room to. to fill the set. So that was a goal of mine. So this whole book is Great Lakes mint. These are all the horizontal ones, the Halloween one there. So, and then Labor Day.
Oh, I
I've
got the Labor Day right here.
I've seen Great Lake mint bars or stuff from time to time, but I never thought to pick it up.
Yeah, and I love them. I just, especially that reverse, it's so classic looking. So, but once I saw USSC, that was the end of that. I started to get into those. I've got some buddies out there. Bob Silver is one, and of course Victor got really into the USSC bars. And um, so here's just one random pulled out. So, but the reverse is kind of boring. It's all the same, but to be able to have, I don't know, to me these are like commemoratives. So
Hmm.
that's my why I got
Very
into
cool.
them. Think I'm messing with the focus here because I got too many things to focus on.
Yeah, the USSC bars. I mean, there's so many of them, and how I don't understand how you would even begin to collect them all. Like, where do you source them? You can't just
So,
source them at a local coin shop.
well, that's the lucky part with this collection that the LCS bought. The guy has like a pretty extensive collection, but you're right, you can't get them all. And Victor has been really going full force for it. Like I'm a whore there. I'll buy any kind of any bar from any mint if it's collectible. Where he's got more standards to stick to his USSC goal, and so he's specifically going out and finding auctions or things where he can get them for a reasonable price. You can find a lot of them on eBay, but you're paying through the nose on eBay.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
and that was the thing too when I first started. Well, not when I first started, but once the LCS realized that bars were kind of becoming hot, he priced kind of even with eBay, and I was getting, kind of not so good deals. But then after, becoming more friendly and doing a lot of business, they're getting better deals. So I got a bunch this last weekend for $41, and with spot having just recently gone up to 38, 39, that's not too bad for
Yeah,
art bars.
It seems like a lot of the coin shops, they'll try and compare it to eBay, but they never factor in the fact that they're going to get hit with like 12 to 18% fees from eBay. So it's like, well, okay, then give it to me for 10% cheaper than eBay, because then you're saving fees and shipping and everything else, all the pain in the butt shit.
yeah.
So STFU and Stack Silver PMG, thank you again for another $2 donation. He says, any of you guys addicted to whatnot like I am?
I've stayed away from it. I'm kind of afraid of it, but I know some of you guys are doing well on there, and more power to you. But I'd just say be careful for fakes and whatnot. So whatnot and whatnot used in the same sentence. So I don't have a Sigma tester or anything. I got the tried and true CCT silver
Yep.
slide that
Hmm.
comes in handy, and then of course the trusty scale. So and the ping test. So if I'm really concerned about something, both of the LCS that I frequent have Sigma machines and would test it for me if I wanted. So I recently got that Stagecoach. I don't know if you saw that video, but I had a Stagecoach round, and it wasn't until the filming or recording that I noticed there was a ding in the edge of it.
Hmm.
And someone noticed, they said, "Oh, it almost looks like copper color." And I'm like, "Oh, no." So I never really tested that one on the slide or anything. It's in a capsule right now in my book, but I do plan to bring it this weekend to the LCS and have them put it on the old meter there and see what gives.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fakes out there, but a lot of the fakes are coming through eBay, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatnot, with Whatnot, I tend to buy from what I would consider reputable companies. Like, one of the companies I get stuff from is Keizu Bullion, and they've been around. They're a legit bullion dealer. You know, so I don't really worry about them having fakes. There's a few out there though that I would be kind of worried about.
Yeah.
Whatnot can be a slippery slope. You can get good deals on there, but you can like I know there's one seller on there that claims to be vintage bar seller, but they jack their prices through the roof.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I just got a
people
bar
still buy
from
it, so more
I got a
power to
bar
them.
from Silver Bar Stacker, and he's a YouTube guy, and he's very well known on here, and a lot of people know him. STG knows him, so I would trust buying stuff from him. And he sells a lot of vintage.
Yeah. I mean there are and you have to figure when you buy stuff on there that the seller has to pay the fees too, so there's gonna be a markup just like anywhere else.
Yep.
And you will see stuff on there that you won't see elsewhere. So if the price is in your price range, and you want it, give it a shot. What the hell? Did that say
Yeah.
Vegas on it?
Now,
No,
RCA
RCA
Victor, this
Victor.
is a rare one. It's a Great House Productions. In and out of focus there, but this one had a pretty high price tag on there, so I didn't pay that. So when I balked at the price and I left it at the store for weeks, and I said, no, I'm not paying that or whatever. So finally he told me, well, I'd rather you have it than someone else, and so I got it for $60
Hmm.
instead of 300. So sometimes you gotta hold out. So I do love anything to do like with Watergate. So I picked up some new Colonial Mint Watergate ones.
Oh, nice.
So and those are cool because they have the neat shapes on the back. Didn't pay that either, but so yeah, um, I love the bars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So
I've
I mentioned
I don't
Silver Bar Stacker, and everybody in the chat blew right up on that. Stack That Gold said he's legit. AGAU.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would think so. I've never purchased
Mark
anything, but I've heard
Samuelson.
very good things. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely legit. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest. His prices are a little high on some stuff, but the way he does his auctions, he'll take a bar and he'll start it at $89, and if nobody bites, he'll drop it to 84, and then he'll drop it to 79, and he keeps dropping it until he gets a buyer, and then a lot of times from there it'll bid up.
Yeah.
But he does, he does start high, but he will come down. So.
We were talking about Dipsky. This is in the pile to be dipped next. So I had planned to do one this past weekend, but then I ended up getting
Yeah.
kind of tied up with other stuff. You guys know how that goes, and so
Oh, yeah.
I ended up doing that video on the Barber half dollars. I wanted to close out that project, and so that
Mhm.
was
Yeah, I saw you
that was
just
a lot of
completed
fun.
that. That was a big challenge, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. So that was fun. Charles Barber is my favorite coin designer. So I had kind of chased a lot of his commemorative coins and other coins. I love the Hawaiian coins, and so even got salt and pepper shakers with the Hawaiian coin on there. So it's actually got several different kinds of coins. So
Hmm.
Wow, on the bottom. That's cool.
yeah,
Very
thanks.
cool.
So listen, we got to get back to the Dipsky thing.
Yes, sir.
What do you use to Dipsky them in?
Just
So
man's
I was
tattoo.
Easiest was what I was using the other day, the last time on my video, and just happened to have it. Ooh, it's looking a little crusty here. So this stuff here.
Okay.
Okay. So
I
any
did I
chance you
did
want to dip?
also get this, but I haven't tried it yet. I was at the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a test of all the different kinds, and
Yep.
never did that because I was gonna do the unthinkable and dip some coins that are already known to be beyond my only justification for dipping coins is if they're already toast, why not?
Mhm.
So that was going to be my project. I also got some Nicodate. I was going to try to uncover some Buffalo nickels, but silver took over and the coins were left in the dust. No.
Yeah. No, I get that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I found this stuff that I call Blue Magic. It's called JSP. Um, And the stuff is not very harsh. You know, it just basically takes off the surface contaminants and gets you down to what's there underneath. You know, it doesn't do any damage to the surface, I found.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and like I said, I wouldn't use it on coins, but I got no problem using it on, something like this. No problem with that. And I'm pretty sure this was dipped, and you can see that thing's pretty lustrous.
I
Yeah.
have some World Trade units. I've never thought about dipping anything though. The Hoffman and Hoffman, I was talking about dipping one time, and everybody screamed at me. And now
Yeah.
I don't even know where it's at anyway. So.
It's got to be there somewhere. But I got
It's
this
somewhere,
one.
I'm sure.
I got this one anniversary bar. For some reason, I looked at it and I was like, "Nah, I like that toning on there." Clean. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna dip it now.
There's
Yeah.
there's a blooper.
She's damaged. No, it's a nice Crabtree mint. Not a bad piece. A lot of them, so many of them are dated 1973, right?
Yeah, so that seemed to be like the big tidal wave of bar production. There were some earlier bars here and there, but like the big unleashing of the beast was in 73.
Yes. Yeah, 73, 74, and then it kind of trails off a little bit from there.
What are your thoughts on keeping them in their original sleeves or putting
Yeah,
them in patch?
I'm kind of if it's in original packaging, I tend to leave it that way. So I just kind of came across one. Here's a Smith and Wesson bar. This is, I think, a Silvertown, but it's got some cool toning or whatever. It's a pain in the arse to store. It doesn't, I got it in like a end slot. So if I have a box of 50, it makes it 51 because it's shoved in the
Yeah.
shoved in the end of the guardhouse box. But as far as like dipping stuff like this that has somewhat pleasant tone to it, I don't really want to dip just because I think I zoomed in too much there. Because it's got kind of a purplish pinkish hue to it, and
A
I
good
think
tone.
yeah, so that's okay. But when they're harsh looking like this, and you can barely see the design, I'm down for the dipski.
Yeah.
And this one might have already been, so that's the problem. You don't want to etch them, so got to go quick. And the first one I ever did on camera, I kind of left it a little too long because I wasn't satisfied with the results. I went in for a second dip, and that was kind of a mistake. However, I did. Here's that bar that you had, I think. Right, this is your international trade unit, and it's
Yep.
got the. Oh no, this is the one with the half and half.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a half and half. I got a couple of
Oh,
quarters.
it's cool.
Wait a minute, I gotta.
Silverstruck says you can always dip, but you can't undip.
Undip, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you can't let it soak for sure.
Oh no.
No, you got to.
So what I found was I got like into a little bit of a rhythm with the dip, rub, rinse, and that was it. So you have to rub gently with your thumb while it's already submerged. Submerged. So
Yeah. I treat it kind of like the little basket. I put it in a little basket and treat it like a tea bag, Just dip till I
yeah.
see it brighten up just a little bit. Then I'll put it right under water and get it cleaned up.
So there's the
Do you
one
use
you
a
have.
Q-tip, or you said you just rub your thumb with it when it's submerged?
Yeah, I'll just put it in, do one of these little, and then put it in the water right away. I have distilled water in a bin next to it, and then I got to change the distilled water every couple of dips just because it's contaminated. So this is that same one you have with that picture frame deal, the international trade unit. So I found my second one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, which one is that? Let me see that again.
This is that one that you said you weren't sure if it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I knew who
Yeah,
it was
that
made
is
by
the
the other day when I did inventory, but now I forget.
Yeah, I tell you, every time I look at one of those with the flags and the eagle, I'm like, oh, APM. But I'm sure it's not,
You found
Yeah, I
Hmm?
don't think so because I think I would have put it in a different box. I have one with relatives of USSC, and I think I consider APM a relative of USSC.
Yeah,
They got a lot of their dies after the downfall.
yeah. And what year
So,
was
and
that?
I
What year was that downfall? Do you know?
uh, good question. I don't know if it was 82. I'd have to look in the old book, which I don't have handy. I got so many other things handy. I didn't bring
Yeah.
the book.
So now you said that book's an older book. Do they make an updated book or is it just
No, no, they're just 2007 was the last of the so-called good book, and then they came out with a sixth edition that has more recent bars, and then the seventh is even more so, more 90s style bars. So
Well, the good thing is, though, I mean, they're not making modern vintage, right? So if it's vintage, it's already older than 2006. So it really
yeah,
shouldn't be much.
looks like 1976 might have been the end of USSC.
Oh, okay.
77 actually.
What is your personally? What is your cutoff for considering something vintage? Age?
1990.
Oh,
I mean, I
really?
don't collect many of those, but I'll if I like the design, I'll take it. And I've gotten some, that are from the 90s just, because they were part of a package deal. Sometimes
Yeah.
you got to take them all just to get the price. So,
Now, one of the questions I had is this Silver Monarch, is this considered vintage?
I don't think so, but
Yeah. There's no
yeah, I don't
date on it, but I looked at it and
yeah.
I thought it was kind of a nice looking piece and I threw it in the vintage box, but I didn't know, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it to be honest, so I don't want to cast
Another,
aspersions one way or the other, but for me, I wouldn't consider it
another one was
vintage.
this OPM. I'm not sure if this is considered as well or not.
Yeah, that one, well, that particular one, there's some OPM that are more vintage than others. So
Yeah.
so there was some things I picked up lately that, I tell you, I don't oh, you're showing, never mind. Yeah, so
No,
that's
go for it.
that's pretty cool. So I got these are Mount Everest mint ones, and one's got the jewel in it. But yeah, these are ones that like I say, didn't plan to collect, but when they were offered to me, I couldn't just let them go knowing someone else would get it with the diamond in there. Those don't come up very often. So had to have it.
You know,
Mother's Day.
a lot of the stuff I look at it and I'm like, how am I supposed to know what's collectible and what's not collectible? I know the good book is going to help a lot, but
Yeah. No, anything, 70s that's dated or whatever. And, I came across another here, this Paradise Mint. And so this is an original packaging. Doesn't
yeah,
have any date on it or anything. Of course, I'm into Hawaii, but this one I took a chance on, and sure enough, it's in the good book.
yeah,
So
I
that
think
that's
I've
my
got that.
standard. If it's listed, especially in the fifth edition, I'm in. I'm all about collecting, and that's why those like the USVI Ingot Company, that even though they're not really art bars, I still kind of categorize them in the same genre.
Hmm. I'm pretty sure I
B,
have that same Paradise Mint bar somewhere.
B. Taylor said he did the boiling water and baking soda dip ski once. He was scared to do the water though. He thought it was gonna rust because he was new. And then he
Mm.
said, I think he said, where did I see something about? Where did that go? I think he said he used bleach.
Bleach.
Or maybe I read that wrong.
Yeah, that sounds pretty harsh.
Maybe I read it wrong. My brother does say that he credits Coin Sense and Nonsense videos helped him spot good art bars in the wild. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
He's
Yep.
always been a big fan of yours.
Thank you
So
so much. And that's one thing too, I'd like to say I always will respond to comments. It's sometimes I'm a little late on it, but so if you ever see like I give you a thumbs up or a heart and then I don't comment, I will eventually. I'm just either working or trying to get to it all. So that's one of my mottos. Is I've always said, no matter what, I'm always gonna respond with a comment and not just say thanks.
Yeah.
So I do try to, put some thought into my responses. So
Yeah, B. Taylor did say he tried bleach.
Oh, wow.
It turned out okay. I didn't want
bleach,
to mess up the background, so I freaked out real bad. Yeah, that bleach is rough.
bleach,
That's rough.
bleach. I don't know if I do bleach. That
Oof.
sounds pretty harsh.
Yeah,
That's
it's
alkaline.
experimenting and learning.
Yeah,
Um,
bleach is pretty alkaline stuff. So I'd use acetone before anything. So, but don't just get nail polish remover at the store. Get regular. There's acetone you can buy like at Michael's or places like that. That's pure acetone. That would be better than bleach.
Yeah,
I
that's
always thought acetone was strong.
It
yeah,
is
but
strong,
it
Yeah,
but
dries
bleach
it
is
it's
very
nasty
quickly.
stuff
Yeah.
too, though.
yeah.
AGAU Addict says, how much for the fifth good book these days?
You can't even find it. That's the thing.
It'd be like an eBay find, maybe, if you were lucky.
Not even that. I mean, that's where most people were getting them, and I know they were like $80, I would say, when you did find them. But yeah, good luck. They're they're not to be seen. Think
Silverstruck
this.
says the older OPM is Ohio Precious Metals LLC. When they started with the OPM, it was later on.
Okay, so I should take that out of my vintage box and put it into my regular box then.
I think I always forget who I watched and who did what, but I believe it was Silverstruck that just did a video on OPM stuff, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
he I think did on the larger bars.
Yeah, that's what it was. I know I saw it recently, but I couldn't remember who it was that put it out.
Yeah.
That's another thing when I get to watching content, I always forget who the hell I watched, who
I
did
know, I
what.
do the same thing. I'm like, where did I see that?
I'm like, I know that was somebody. Shit, who was it?
What is that one there? Is that
This is the Boston ANA conventions, American
oh,
Numismatic Association. Is
yes.
it is the focus going in and out on
It
your
is, yeah. It's
end? Yeah.
pulsating in and out for some
Don't know
reason.
what the heck the deal is. Maybe it's too much stuff in the background or what. So
Maybe you spilled a little of your whiskey on your camera.
no, I stopped that. I didn't want to drink alone like George Thorogood. So
If we would have known, we would have had cocktails too. We have done that before. We did that once with Dub C. We all had IPA because he's an IPA drinker. I don't know if I could do whiskey and do a live stream though. I might fall asleep.
well, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes that's what leads to the bloopers. So you
Oh,
never
that's
know.
Nothing wrong with that. Your
yeah.
bloopers are good. It keeps people to stick around to the end and they're funny. They're good. It was a great idea.
Well, thank you, and they're definitely not forced or contrived or whatever. They're real. So whatever happens, happens. So I even made some private videos because they were a little bit too raw, like from my early coin videos and whatnot. I had saved a bunch of outtakes and I strung them all together and made an entire blooper video. But it's definitely hard R rated.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And not for everyone. So yeah, I'd let it fly on those. So for if you're super friendly with me or whatever, I'll share the link. They're private videos, but yeah, they're if you like to hear cursing.
I never
So
thought about
just
that. Like I said, I'll do like 30 takes on one, and I just get like sometimes I get so frustrated. I put it down, and then I end up
well,
never
that's
going back and doing the video.
that's what became funny on some of it is like you could see the progression of my frustration build till I finally just blew with F bombs galore there. So I got a Vatican coin and it's got the Pope on there. And so the the title of the blooper video is cursing in front of the Pope and shit.
Now, when you record, do you roll camera and do your voiceover at the same time, or do
Yeah,
you?
no, I don't. I don't usually do a re-recording of the voice. I'll just do it as is. But
Yeah.
if I really screw up and I don't have the ability to reshoot, like if I've already put everything away, then but I can tell you I've scrapped so many like full length videos just because I wasn't happy with it. I'll watch it before I put it out, and if there's lighting problems or whatever, so, if it's one segment, I'll let it go. But when I got the iPhone, what is it, the 13 or whatever the latest one is, that I has a white balance issue. When I wear blue gloves and do multiple segments, it wants to make the silver coins really yellow. So if you ever notice the pages or the coins are yellow, it's because of the damn blue gloves and my phone white balance.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. So that's another reason why I end up chopping up segments. I have to switch the camera to photo and then back to video to reset the white balance.
Now, have
Pain
you
in-
ever tried using filters in your?
no.
No.
No, and actually, I'm in the process of buying a camera. I was hoping that it was going to go on sale for Amazon Prime Day, but it didn't. So
Yeah.
I'm going to experiment with a legitimate camera since I'm starting to get a little more traction behind my channel. I'm going to try to up my game a little bit and get a mic and try, a better overhead shot. I want to do, instead of an angled shot like this, I want to have a stand with a down facing camera, so I get an overhead shot.
Yeah, yeah. I've tried doing that. I can't. I don't have success with that. Um, I don't know why. I mean, when we were talking about the voiceover before, my early videos, I used to just put the stuff in front of the camera and talk about it, and I didn't even edit anything. And then I started editing, and I started realizing, you know what? I can get a better result if I just kind of roughly say, okay, yeah, this is a Great Lakes mint, blah, blah, blah. And it's this and it's that. And I try and get the video correct. And then I go back and just redo the voice, based on what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
I should, and some, because I don't like the pauses if I say too many times, and that's a big thing for me. If I repeat a word like within a sentence or two, like
Yeah.
those lead to the bloopers, and I'm like, I just said that.
Yeah.
When I first started doing my YouTube, I showed my wife one of my videos. I said I started YouTube. She didn't believe me, and I showed her, and she kept messing with me because I kept saying and she's like babe, do you want what do you want for I'm
Yeah.
like, shut up.
And there's people are so cruel sometimes with things. They're very critical. Like they're such whizzes at producing content and whatever that, but they're easy to easy to criticize. Like someone the other day criticized my poured silver. They said, "Oh, that's why I don't collect it. It looks like crap." Well, there's certain pieces I don't polish or whatever. I had someone make hearts for me for the special ladies in my life, and so I had made this for my mom in 2018 or 2019. And unfortunately, my mom passed away this year, and so I took this back from her. She had it in a flower arrangement on her windowsill.
Oh,
So
nice.
to me, it's not so much about making everything look spiffy. It's about what the sentimental value is. Same with these rifles, Burnchesters. One is more toned than the other. This one I had given to my dad, and he kept it on a shelf, a bookshelf, like a pine shelf with varnish or whatever, and it toned the crap out of it. And then this was mine that I kept, and it's relatively untarnished. I could easily polish them up, but I don't think I don't, it doesn't, that's not what it's about for me. It's more the sentimental value. Unfortunately, a lot of the people who had made these have since passed on. So this guy was pretty awesome too. So, yeah, they're just cool pieces that I have. So the point is, people are just so easy to criticize others. But until you do it, you don't know.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. It's easy to criticize if you've never had to be under that kind of pressure before.
So, and I was, pretty nervous in the beginning, thinking that, oh, so many people are gonna, hear me or see me or whatever, see what I do. But then when you realize, oh, 14 people watched my video, well, that's not. So after a while, you just kind of, start doing it. And then I started just talking like I wanted to talk to anybody. And I think I became more successful that way by just saying, just being myself, and whatever flies out, that's what it is.
Right. No, I agree with.
So,
Yeah, I like that. Um, I I tend to stumble a lot when I'm recording, so I can't just go straight through it. Um, See that little and that little pause. That's what I do a lot of that. Maybe it's the 59-year-old brain. That could be it. I don't know.
yeah, I got you by a couple more years, but yeah, it's not easy to keep a train of thought. And also, if you're looking through the camera, sometimes too, you can get, you know,
Yeah, you get like a
deceived with
vapor lock.
something, and it's not as easy as looking at it straight on. So,
Yeah. Yeah, there are some people like Dub C, for instance. Now, I don't know if it takes him 18 takes, but when he does a finished take, it just rolls out of his mouth.
yeah.
You
I
know?
think he said before it takes him a lot of takes too from time to time. Not always, but it sometimes I believe he said it does.
Yeah. Yeah, but even
Right.
like four nines, right? I've noticed lately four nines done a little bit more editing. But he's pretty eloquent too.
Well, if you watch nothing, if you watch Four Nines, I can pick out where he cuts and
Oh
edits
yeah, no,
stuff.
you can see it. I mean, it's definitely done. But I don't know if he's doing that just to kind of eliminate blank spaces or just tighten it up, you know? Sometimes you just got to tighten it up.
And some people like the, certain editing style. I know for a while, Couch Collectibles, when he was doing, I don't know, that's probably more of a hardcore coin video, but his job before he quit and became a full-time YouTuber was a video editor, if I'm not mistaken. And so he applied his skills. And so he had a lot of like choppy editing that was considered somewhat trendy at the time. After a while, you don't want to be seeing all the skips and whatnot, but
Mm.
yeah. So
You know
It's
what
like one of those
annoys
things
me
when
when I
you
watch a video and they do like those quick zoom in, zoom out type deal? Drives my freaking eyes nuts.
he, I
see,
try
I don't do any of
to
that.
I try to have a standard like for mine. Like when I go to the book, I try to do a circle in, and then if I'm done with the book, I circle out on the bar videos. So I
Yeah.
kind of make a little bit of my signature or my shtick or whatever to kind of be consistent with that. And then when it's time for bloopers, you get that like staticky whatever
So Friday and
transition.
Silver had the same problem. He says, the same problem I do. So he says some of what I think is going to be a great and highly watched video gets like 79 views. Yet a video about why I hoard plain old nickels gets 4,500. Go figure.
Yeah.
That's YouTube.
Yeah, it is a little bit of the algorithm, but also, a lot has to do with your title and with the image. I found when I show like a multitude, if I have like a whole thing of bars, that the screen is full of, more than 10 bars, that draws people in just from that. I'm not, I don't have the skill to make thumbnails with a special editor. You guys have all those ability to make graphics and all that. I'm still like a dinosaur when it comes to that kind of stuff. So but I did pick up the editing part. And the funny thing is, when I first started doing my YouTube videos, I had found this application to do editing, and it was a free app. But after a while, they started charging. Like after they did the update, they charged. But what I didn't realize is that new people, if they got the app, they got charged immediately. And so I had recommended the app to several people, and they're like, "Dude, I'm not paying that much for
Yeah.
for an editing video." And so when it finally came down to it for me, since I was so used to using that app, it became worth it for me to say, "All right, I'm just going to pay and not lose the features that I had." So it's not probably the best editing program, but I do all my stuff on the phone, and so for that convenience, I like that aspect of it. So
Yeah, I
It,
totally agree with that. I use CapCut, and um, when it got to the point where I had to make a decision to either pay or not pay, I chose to pay because I was like, you know what, I'm not going to switch programs now. And what is it? What are we talking about? Maybe $8 or $12 a month or something. I said the hell away with it. I just did it.
yeah, yeah, just bite the bullet and not think about it, and then
Yeah,
just because it's if it is something that you truly use a lot, it's like my primary tool for editing, and I would hate to have to learn a whole new program just for that. So
yeah, it's just a convenience issue for me.
I did the same thing with CapCut too, because like you said, a lot of the stuff they're putting behind paywalls,
Yeah,
but when it comes down to it, and I looked and researched on YouTube and the internet and stuff to try and find a different free program. But like you said, I don't want to go through the whole process of learning a new program, and it's just I don't have the patience for that.
no, I totally agree.
I'm gonna call out the chat real quick. Haven't really called them out much. I've been
Sure.
neglecting. Sorry, guys.
no, please do.
Sobriety Silver, thanks for being in here. Chris and Virginia just popped in. Uh, Stack that gold, still hanging out. Silverstruck said he had to go to bed. Appreciate you for being here, Silverstruck. Silverstruck will be our guest on Saturday morning. AGAU Addict still hanging out. Mark Samuelson hanging still. B Taylor, as always, still hanging. Silver State Stacker popped in. He said he's doing better on gold backs than gold bullion lately. Cygnus Det is in here hanging out as well, aka Avocado Stacker.
Mm-hmm.
Stack that gold says he loves the gold Libertads. I think I called everybody out that's recently chatted. Bullion Brent stopped in. Conqueror Ball said it's a school night, has to run. He's got to go to sleep. Mark Samuelson's been hanging out. Says he loves the bloopers.
Thank you, Mark.
And if you find it, I'll get the one. How do you feel about colored silver?
Well,
I saw somebody said
look,
something about the enamel on here. Made
yeah.
me think of that.
Well, if they're bars, enameled bars, and they're vintage, I have a thing for those now. But colored bars in general, not a fan of. But same with the colored silver. Although I've got an extensive collection, when you get things that are like commemorative, sometimes there's no other option but to have the colored version of it. So like the Simpsons coins, a lot of them are colorized. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, things like this, even though this is a legitimate coin, this is a Rick and Morty Pickle Rick. And, you wouldn't want it plain silver. It wouldn't be as attractive or collectible or whatever. So for collectability, I like it, but for resale, it's a death trap. So I wouldn't recommend it. I always joked with World Money Wins. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't follow what I do because you'll go broke.
Mm-hmm.
So I, have a tendency to buy things just because I'm a collector. I used to be into vintage wine, and once I stopped buying wine, I realized, well, the money I was spending buying bottles of wine, I could invest into silver and have something to show for it. With the wine, you just, have a good dinner or whatever, and then you got an empty bottle. So the money I was spending on things like that, I was investing into silver or buying silver. And to me, like if I rather than go out to the movies and to dinner or whatever, sorry to my wife, I would I would buy silver with the money that I would have spent. So
Right.
I didn't think of it in terms of, oh, how much per ounce it is or what's the premium. There were certain things I bought just because that was part of the set. Like I got these Norse rounds. This was one of the early things I got. Um, and I apologize again for the darn focusing. I don't know I think it's StreamYard, not me. So this is
Might be.
called Viking Proverbs, and there's 3 rounds. And of course, since it had ships, I had to go for it. But these are just silver rounds, and they had different sayings that were famous, I guess, for what they figured for for Vikings. And so I don't have it out, but there's one where it shows like the shadow of someone coming to club the other Viking that's there, and it's such a cool round the way they did it with the shadow detail and all that. So I was a sucker for those kinds of things. And at the time when silver was only like maybe $17 an ounce, I was paying $25 for these. And so it seemed insane at the time, but now you could sell these for $70 a piece. So, um, same with the gold. I was really into the Korean. I got into the Comsco mint early on, and so I bought a lot of stuff. And so I even said, "All right, I'm gonna buy gold." And so this, even though it's got a copper spot, which is disappointing years later, I got this for 1,500 when gold was like, I think 1275 or something like that. And so I really paid up, but in today's market, this was a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
yeah, so it's all relative, and yeah.
Now, what are
So
your thoughts on platinum?
I don't have any. I wish I did. Well, actually, I just have some small pieces. I don't have like full size coins or ounces or anything like that. But that and palladium, I wish I would have gotten when it was a little more reasonable. Actually, what happened, I think there was a little bit of an inversion for a while. It was like gold and platinum, palladium were kind of like keeping pace, and then there was a dropout on platinum and palladium, like after COVID times.
Yeah.
Yeah, big dropout. At one
So
point, platinum was more than gold, right? If I
Yeah.
remember
For
correctly.
years
yeah,
it was. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess in that respect, I'm glad I didn't like invest heavily, but I would have liked to have had certain. There were some of the U.S. Mint pieces that came out, but that's the problem. I got a bad taste in my mouth from buying U.S. Mint stuff. Between the breakdown of their ordering system, either online or whatever you were trying to do, or yeah, just I don't know. That I tried to collect all the AS American Silver Eagles, do a date run, and then they had the special reverse proof, whatever it was, 2019, and there was a cluster on trying to order them. I had it in my basket and couldn't close the deal in time, and so ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm done. So
Yeah.
I stopped collecting ASEs, and that was the end of that. So I
Okay,
don't
what are
buy
your thoughts?
anything from the mint anymore. Like I don't buy the proof sets, mint sets. I wait a few years and then I'll buy it for close to spot.
Yeah. That's it. That's what you got to do. You got to buy a secondary market.
What are your thoughts on
So
copper?
there again, I don't have a lot. I do have a hoard of copper pennies, cents. But as far as bullion goes, I didn't get a lot. There were some dragon rounds that were really cool. They were making them in silver and in copper. They had like different style dragons. There was like a, Chinese dragon, Japanese dragon, all the different ones. Every few months, they would come out with a different one of the dragons. Is that it?
No, this is just a year of the dragon. Copper
That's
round.
one thing I never did get into was like the any of the I don't know what you
Chinese
call
New
them.
Year stuff.
Yeah, the lunar coins or even the
Yes.
zodiac, because some of them I figured, man, this is a 12-year investment and trying to complete a set. I'm not going to live that long.
Right.
But some, I ended up toughing it out. I forget what set I got. I bought some of the earlier ones, but I'm just not into the those types of things. Year of the whatever.
Yeah. I'm one of these guys. If something is attractive to me, I'll pick it up with no regard on whether I ever finish a set. I couldn't care less.
Hmm.
But if I see something, if I come across like a Year of the Tiger, let's say, silver coin, and I like it, I'll grab it. But I'm not worried about the year of the, whatever goat. Although I do have a goat.
I
Do
tried to
you?
do
I
I
do.
thought about doing some sets, and then I just get uninterested in it. I don't know. I just it's you see the squirrel and I chase that one. I get distracted easily.
Yeah.
Cygnus Debt says, does platinum have issues like silver and milk spots, like gold and copper spots? I don't think so.
I've never heard
Uh,
of that. I don't think it does. I think it's very stable. It's
yeah.
similar to gold in that way. It's very similar to the composition of gold as far as chemically, elementally, I should say.
Elemental. No, my
It's
deal.
elemental.
See if I can do this here without too much damage here. So this is one of the binders. So I have several of these, like with the pages.
Mm.
And so, yeah, different sets that I've collected over time. So I think this one is just all different cats on this page. I put either the tigers or cheetahs or leopards or whatever they are. These are all elephants.
I've never seen a book like that. So it's just like plastic pages and it holds the capsules. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, these are called lighthouse pages. Whoops, losing my lighthouse. What happened here?
Yeah, those are cool because it looks like 3D. It looks like you can look right through the page and you see the stack.
That's very cool.
Yeah, no, I like them a lot for showing off different sets or what have you. So I got all my bounty coins. So I'm into
Yeah.
anything with ships.
Very nice.
It reminds me of when I had baseball cards growing up. You have the books with all the baseball cards in it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Now that's one thing I never did. I never collected baseball cards. I'm not really a collector when it comes to that. I think the reason I'm a collector of convenience. If I can get something cheap, I'll buy it. If it ain't cheap, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, I guess it's the collector in me. So every once in a while when I go past Target, I'll still buy cards to this day trying to snake something good.
Really? Yeah,
So yeah.
my sons are into it, but they're into like the Pokemon cards.
Oh no.
And they're
I
full
did
grown
hockey
adults,
cards for a
They're
while
full
just
grown
because
men.
what's that?
I say they're full grown men. They're not kids,
Yeah.
but they're
Well, it's
still into it.
nostalgia. I'm sure it's nostalgia, just like for me, but getting baseball cards or hockey cards. For a while, I was doing hockey because that's what I liked, but then I realized if I ever wanted to sell them, baseball is where it's at. Is in the U.S. anyway. Hockey cards are a little more limited for resale, but as with most things, I still have it all. I haven't sold much, so a few things here and there I sold, but I did really well. I used to work for a video company, and so I got a lot of memorabilia, little like advertising trinkets and whatnot, and t-shirts. And man, I made a killing years ago on eBay selling that kind of stuff. Anything to do with horror movies. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did okay on eBay with that.
So who is your hockey team then?
Well, it's kind of I grew up an Islander fan, so
Ouch, I
I
won't hold that against you.
ah well, when you live on Long Island, that's the team. And so we had my uncle had season tickets for the Islanders, so I got to go to a few games here and there. And so, yeah, the Islanders were born in '74, and I ended up, when I was a kid, I would listen to the radio at night and listen to Islander games. And so it didn't occur to me to listen to the Rangers. So just kind of had a thing for the Islanders. And then I moved in like '77, right before they got to the Stanley Cup and did, even better. So once I moved out to California, I went to the Islander games when they played the Kings at the Forum.
Yep.
And then in what is it, 2000? Forget what year it is now. What it was, but anyway, the Anaheim Ducks, came to existence, and they seemed to be such a joke. They were a Disney team,
Yeah.
and we got into a group, and a bunch of us bought season tickets to see the other teams come to town. We were just hockey fans and wanted to see the other teams. And after a while, they kind of grew on us. And then I became a Ducks fan, watched the Stanley Cup run, all that. But then I ended my season tickets the year after the Cup run. So 2009, I guess, is my last year of
Yeah.
season tickets. So, but I've kind of drifted from hockey after the whole, hate to say it, but like all the BLM stuff and all that. I just checked out of all sports. I couldn't deal with it. So that
Sports became too political. I
kind of
agree.
killed it for me, yeah. And then with COVID and all that, so I got out of the habit of watching. And with as much as I like to make videos, I don't have time for TV much anymore. I like to watch the silly shows, and I still don't have time for it. The Oak Island debacle, and
Oh,
also
geez.
Skinwalker Ranch. They're all the same. I watch it week after week, and it's the same thing after 12 years. So and my wife is like, "Oh my God, you're still watching that?"
Oh, the
I
Oak
used to
Island. I
watch
can't
that for a
stop.
little
I mean,
bit.
I did stop watching it because I cut the cable, and once I cut the cable, I stopped watching it. But I still follow it though online.
I used to watch it a little bit too, and my wife's like, "Listen, they didn't find any treasure yet." And I'm like, "I know, but they might. Look, they found a little piece of wood 400 feet deep or something, you know?"
Yeah. I was into the history part of it. After a while, you tell yourself, "Well, they're not going to find the Holy Grail. Maybe we'll see some Shakespeare or
Yeah.
something."
I'm similar to you. Like I was into sports. Like I had Sunday, Monday off for work for football and watch football. And I'm a diehard Blackhawks fan from when I was a kid. And because I grew up an hour from Chicago. So, but like when they whole started kneeling for the flag and just disrespecting the flag and all that stuff, it just turned
Yeah.
me away from sports. And hockey doesn't do it as much, with that type of stuff. So I still sort of try and watch hockey, but it's still hard to follow. I mean, the way they switch players, I mean, players move too quick now, and um, just one of those things. Like I've gotten away from sports too. When they start disrespecting the country and all the fans and stuff, it's like shitting on the fans, and that's no good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
for
feel like
sure.
the older I get, the less I care about sports. I got to be honest.
Guys I work with, man, they live for that shit. They know every baseball player's stats, this
I
team,
used to
that
be that
team.
way. I would get there was a
Oof.
magazine or a newspaper called The National, and man, I would absorb that shit every day at lunch. So,
And it's like these guys, if you don't talk about sports, they don't talk to you. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't want to talk to you anyway. So yeah,
well, I hope
it's
this has been entertaining for people. I don't want to just keep showing
you're all good, brother. All good.
showing stuff.
Yeah, we're very laid back in this show. We don't sit here and grind you to a nub, and we look at it more like a conversation in a living room. Just chilling.
I like to get to know other channels, other people. We like to think that our subscribers like what we're doing, which has been working. Um, we actually just expanded Saturday. We had a guest from the UK, which was really cool to
I
learn
had
like
wanted
other
to
people's.
I had wanted to stop by Saturday, but I ended up that was a big recording time for me. Usually Saturday morning is my
Yeah,
big day in the studio.
yeah. Well, I did a
Yeah, we
live
did.
stream earlier in the day. I did a live stream just going through those boxes that are in the back of my setup here. I had two big boxes full of just Ziploc bag after Ziploc bag of stuff, and I had to go through it all and decide what was what, where is it going to go, where am I going to put it. And I did a whole live stream on it. It was like 2.5 hours. And I had some of the UK guys in the stream today, Vegas.
I was in there for a second and I saw a couple of them in there. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
I've
guys,
been
man, they are loyal. They are loyal and they support each other. It's it's cool.
In
I've been
fact,
releasing
I
a
got to
few.
drop a link for Sandy Millington. He asked me to drop a link for him in the chat here. So go ahead. I'm going to work on that while you guys are talking.
Yeah, lately I've dropped a few videos later in the evening there, just for some of my other friends down under, because I know they're watching at off times. But this subject came up a couple times about canceled bars, and this is like one of the first ones I ever got. This is like a 20-gram bar, but or 20 or 25. But yeah, canceled dies, I think, when somebody has the rights and wants to ensure that the die doesn't live on in perpetuity. They do a canceled
Crazy.
and then make a few bars that way for proof that it's been canceled. So
So those got to be
It's
the
weird.
rarest ones of all, I would think, right?
yeah, usually there's only a handful made of those, and so that's what was the big deal with my. That's how I knew that you had the USC bar, because I got the same one here.
Oh, okay.
So the canceled bars, like the John Wayne that I got, I think there's only 10 of those. So yeah, they're definitely on the limited side.
Gotcha. So I see you have like you always mention a rarity value,
Uh-huh.
and now obviously you probably don't sell all that much because you're always
No.
at it. So where is that market? Where does that market exist?
Well, I'm just quoting what's in the book,
Sure.
and supposedly, people take it as spot plus that value, and it's not always accurate. I kind of use it more like a relative thing, as if I see that there's other bars that are $35 and then there's a $70 one, I know the 70 is probably going to be a little scarcer or harder to get. Not always the case, though. I think some of the pricing, I'm not really sure where they got it from, but some seem accurate and others not so much. So
Hmm. Yeah, I guess
Right.
basically the market is whatever somebody's willing to pay for it. I'm not sure if eBay is the way to go on that, or
here's my Mount Everest,
there you go. Oh
or
yeah,
no, Mount St. Helens. I'm sorry,
now
Mount
hell,
St.
you
Helens.
made the same mistake I did.
And so, but mine's reeded. See,
It is rated.
yeah.
See, why is mine not rated? I wonder if it's a fake.
Now,
Shave the
I,
edges.
maybe it's a
Maybe mine's
variant.
super rare.
Yeah, maybe you got the variety. I would check the book, but we only have like 8 minutes left of the slot here.
Check the book.
We go over from time to time. We don't ever have a. But I think one week we did almost a 4 hour stream.
We're
Oh
not doing
yeah.
that. We're
No, we
not
don't
doing
have.
that. I gotta
No,
We
work.
don't have. No worries. Like I told you, you can stay on as long or as short as you want.
Well,
No,
I didn't think
we
I'd
hold
go.
nobody to
I didn't
anything.
think I'd go 2 hours, and here we are. So,
well, yes.
um,
What's his name? Salivate Metal. He said the same thing. He's like, oh, 20, 30 minutes. Before we knew it, he was on for 80 minutes.
so I like Doyle's Coin Palace. They have a cool, distinctive reverse and lots of neat designs. So that's another mint where I think I could collect them all.
What is that? Doyle's Coin Palace?
Doyle's Coin Palace, the DCP.
Can you hold that closer?
No, you can tell them no.
If she'll focus. Man, I got focus issues too, man. Yeah, that's a pretty nice bar. It looks like it's quite lustrous as well.
Yeah, no, it's definitely in good shape. So
Yeah.
Now I'm itching to go find some vintage bars.
this one I like a lot. This is the Masonic Temple kind of,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah. Anything that
DCP.
comes into my local coin shop that is Masonic, he takes it because he's a Mason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's no
Well,
way I'll ever see anything in there that's like that. Not gonna happen.
I just recently got the one for Eastern Star for USSC. I haven't shown it off in a video yet, but my mom was in Eastern Star, and so That one's near and dear to my heart, so we'll be doing a little special discussion on that when I show it off. So
Mhm. So, do you have any gold backs? Did we talk about that?
I have one.
One gold back?
Yeah, and I think I'd have to dig it out. Yeah, I don't. Never really got into it. I think I got it as a gift and was happy to have it, but it seemed a novelty at the time. They weren't really a thing, and now they've kind of become um, more collectible, I guess, and more known.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a good friend in the chat, Silver State Stacker. He's pretty versed and he's done some pretty good goldback videos on the best use case and things like that. So I always thought they were kind of be honest. I thought they were trash. You know, I thought they were a ripoff.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
has. I'm sorry.
I guess some are limited, and definitely more collectible than others.
Yeah. Well, there's a way that they're meant to be used. Um, and I guess it's just too much to go into right now, but he has some pretty good videos on it. Silver State Stacker, if you've ever seen him.
Yeah, he's very. What did he put in there earlier that he's up like 200% on gold backs?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So
So
Mark,
FG, you have something FG that OJ might want?
yes,
Oh, I see that you highlighted that. I didn't even notice you highlighted that.
try and highlight the good ones.
Yeah. Cool, man. Email me. Let's talk.
You can trade with him and then trade up when you trade to OJ.
Well, listen, I would probably just pick it up just for him because, you know,
You do owe him.
I don't know about that. You know, one hand washes the other. I spent a good amount of money in there.
So something like this, I know collecting the Zodiacs, this is the Gemini one, but
Mm-hmm.
$50 to $60 a piece for these, and to know that you got to get 12 of them just to have the whole set, it just seems like a lot. I mean, of course, I'm going to collect them because they're USSC, but those kinds of things, like for other mints, I'm just not into collecting,
It's 50 to 60 over spot, right? Is that what
No,
that's
no,
the
that would be
ratio?
like for if I find him at the LCS, that's what he would
Okay.
charge me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
So,
horrible because, like, I mean, he is giving you a decent deal because if you go elsewhere, who knows what they'll do to you? But yeah, that still stings.
yeah. No, when other stores you hear about, especially the people that want to criticize you, oh, I wouldn't buy it unless it's in the junk bin or in the common bin. Well, then I told the one guy I'd have 10 bars then because my stores are wiser than that. They're not putting their good stuff in the junk bin.
Yeah,
Right.
and the fact you also live in California, so the stuff's naturally more expensive anyway.
Yes, it is.
But the stuff, the four that I showed you, two of them were out of the I don't know if I call it the junk bin. I call it the discount bin. And then the other two were out of the high end bin. Like he had the Swiss and the Hoffman. He had them marked at $50, and I ended up getting them for 41. And then the other two bars he gave me at spot at 39. So
You
I
see,
thought that was a good deal.
you see the price on that?
You didn't pay that.
I did pay that.
Oh,
Actually,
shit.
I think I paid $650 and it sucks. So
Oh,
that's the
really?
thing is it's so rare and it's not good. So that's one where I had to have it, and once I got it, I'm like, damn it.
Not as
That
good at
kind
the
of does
time,
suck
right?
when you pay that kind of money for a bottle and it's not good. Oof.
Yeah, no, I hardly had any out of it because, well, I guess I've had enough out of it, but I kept trying it, seeing if it was going to improve, but no good. So, yeah, this is the barrel proof rye, and it was a fail, but there was only, I think the store told me that only 2 in Southern California came across. So, you get sucked in by the rarity of it, like, oh, nobody else has this. Well,
There's a reason.
nobody else wants it right now.
Exactly.
You need a
So I
good
wonder
back.
what
You
would
need a
happen if
good
you
book
brought
on
it back to him
whiskeys.
and said, "This stuff is rot gut, man.
Yeah.
Take this back." No guarantees, I guess.
No, definitely not. But yeah, once you buy it, that's it.
Yeah.
So, but let's see if it got any better. I shouldn't mix glasses. That's the one thing you
Yeah.
don't want to do. It's like red and white wine. You don't mix those in the same
Right.
glass. Bourbon and rye, you don't want in the same glass either.
Well, you know what you could always do? You could always tell your friends it's the best that you've ever tasted, and it's so good that you're not going to let them taste it.
Well, that's the thing too, is I bought all these thinking I'm going to have a great bar and have all these people over, and I'm a hermit there. I don't want to have people over because I don't want them to see my silver. So
Yeah, I mean, do you don't talk about your silver with people that you know?
Mm-mm.
No. See,
No.
that's what we always say. That's why we like the show, because, and the community in general, because it allows us to talk about it. You know.
I made the mistake of telling some people I had a YouTube channel, and that wasn't so good either. Like my dad, when I first got into it, and then he started leaving comments with his name, and I'm like, dude,
Yes.
I'm deleting your comments. That's not cool.
Yeah. He's like, son, this is
Yeah,
a
but
great video.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
good job, son. Wait, no,
Yeah.
Dad, shut up.
Yeah.
Ever since
I
you moved
appreciate
to
So,
the
Oak
support,
Street.
but don't.
yeah, so that wasn't so good. So, yeah, for the most part, I try to be, and I'm a little, people got annoyed with me. Like some people, I guess, wanted to, they're out of the kindness of their heart, they wanted to send me something, and I really appreciate it, but I don't really keep my address or anything, even my P.O. box. I don't keep it in the description, although I should, I guess. But I try to keep as low a profile as possible. So,
Yeah. Well, I thought about that, like with the post office box. I mean, if somebody really wanted to find you, they could stalk your box and just kind of wait on you to
and
come
that's
in and
happened,
go
yeah,
to
and
your box.
during my heyday there, like I would say in 2018 and 19, there was a lot of stories of people getting followed home from their PO box, and the next day they'd hit their house.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well,
Yeah.
Vegas ain't worried about that. He's got 2 little alarm systems that live with him.
Yeah. Too big alarm systems.
They like to eat flesh.
I like to play.
Yeah. What did you say? You put your stack underneath their food bowl?
I keep my gold and silver under their food bowl. Yes. So if you want to try and get to it, good luck. Or I
Yeah,
could
those
put it
dogs
under a
look like
pile of their
pussycats.
shit.
They look like pussycats, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. I've come home sometimes and they don't know it's me, and I gotta make sure they know it's me.
Yeah. Oh, they could smell you.
I wouldn't if they weren't mine, I wouldn't mess with them, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good though. You need some kind of security.
There
yeah,
was
for sure.
a drunk guy at the front door the one like 3 o'clock in the morning one time, and I called the police, and I wasn't home at the time, but I ended up calling the police when I got here. They're like, "Yeah, we heard your dogs. We weren't gonna. We're glad he didn't go inside."
Yeah. Well,
It
I've
would have
seen
been a
some of
different.
those.
You would have been calling a different. You would have been calling different people.
Yeah. Cleanup crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, they poured that with. Interesting.
So this
They
was
poured.
one of the innovations of my buddy. He made like a magnetic thing, so you could put it like through a display or a piece of glass or
Oh,
whatever.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So it's the
okay.
silver ulua. It's like a relative of the tuna Hawaiian fish. So yeah, this was pretty awesome innovation. So he did some really cool things. Actually, he made a whole display for me.
Very
So
cool.
that goes in there, and then we got the Got a shell here, and he personalized it with his Menehune stacker. Got
Oh,
a
that's nice.
silver turtle.
Yeah.
Orito. Silver State said he shipped a box to Michi and he sent me a card with my name on it. I was like, USPS screwed me. I
Wait,
This is
what?
like
don't know.
What did he do?
He said he shipped a box to Michi and he sent me a card with my name on it. I was like, USPS screwed me.
You mean how did oh you mean Michi got his real name?
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Sending anything, it does not say stacker on it. That's for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to say silver or anything like that on your
Yeah, it's
whatever.
all abbreviations.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's why even with mine, that's why it's CSAN instead of CoinSense. So
Right,
That
right.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
I send
nonsense.
everything under Average Joe.
Yeah, you have a discrete name, which is helpful.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's almost too discreet, you know? It's like somebody's gonna start wondering, well, Average Joe. What could this be? It feels kind of heavy. That's the Great Lakes Mint.
yeah,
What,
that's why I like these so much. That reverse just is awesome.
what's on
So
the other side of that one?
this is the high wheeler.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's cool. Yeah, mine is just a kind of pedestrian, the Labor Day one. But it's these things are such a pain in the neck to get in a capsule, right?
Those won't fit at all. That's why I got the album, the Whitman. So
Yeah. I ended up chewing the end of it out, and it's you could see it's a big chunk of it missing the capsule, but I guess it's kind of protected.
So this one is a special one I got. This is a Coca-Cola bar,
Mhm.
and I got it from my LCS. However, he got it from one of the editors of the Good Book. She's a friend of the guy who owns my LCS. So I got to meet her. And so I'm pretty happy to have a bar that's from her collection. So this is part of the Coca-Cola 75th anniversary set from Worldwide Mint. And these are very, very collectible. So this one cost me like $80.
Oh wow. See, that's the
Does
thing.
your
I would
LCS
be
know you
afraid
have
to
a
pay that.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I was gonna say I would be afraid to pay that. What were you gonna say, Vegas? I'm sorry.
does your LCS know you have a coin a channel?
Yes and no. I told him we're going to work out a deal where I start to promote him. In the beginning, I didn't want to like tell people where it was at because I didn't want to queer my deal. I didn't want people to come in and swoop my bars. And but now, I got kind of the inside track. So I told him, hey, if you want to work out some kind of a deal there, I'll give you a little plug and maybe knock a few bucks off the bars.
Mm.
So I don't think we'll be doing like a face interview like some of these guys like Spectacular and some of these others go and interview their LCS and they're on camera and all that. I don't think this guy wants that kind of attention, but I might throw him a bone there for some discount on
Yeah, why
Right.
not?
You could just
my
say where you
stuff.
bought stuff.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say you could just say, you bought stuff at ABC Coins or whatever.
Yeah, or just show the entrance or the case or whatever without showing him.
Right.
So there's so many bars, like, I can't buy everything. And after a
Why
while,
not?
I got, just because everything's $50 a whack or 45, and there's only so many to go around. So
Yeah.
I'm crazy, but not that crazy. So, yeah, I had to leave some other bars behind and just let them go or whatever. And so I still see them. Like I think the craze isn't as much as people would like to think. Like people aren't breaking down the door looking for bars there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people that are breaking down the door, they're looking for gold. They don't want to. They don't want to bring a forklift. to rob you.
No, I don't mean that, but as far as like buying or whatever, it seemed like for a while people were just going crazy and I had a big competition for bars and
Oh,
now
yeah.
and now I see the same ones in the tray week after week and if people really wanted them, they'd be scooping those up because there are some good bars there that I left behind. I just have so many that a lot of them are doubles for me. So being a huge coin collector, this was a big deal for me to get this one with the coin press. And
Mhm.
then I got the canceled one besides, and that just was like couldn't believe it.
Those
So
canceled ones have to be really rare, right?
yeah.
Well,
Like that,
you know
I've
what
never.
though? With are they? Is it a regional thing with the canceled pieces? Like, in other words, there's a lot of those mints were in Southern California.
I don't
So,
know that it has anything to do with where it was at, more so that somebody owned the die, is my theory, that somebody commissioned the die and that so they paid for it and they don't want to see other companies or other people make their pattern years later, without their authorization. So
right?
that's
No,
my
I
that's my
understand that
take
part
on it.
of it, but my point is, are those canceled bars? Is it easier to find them in Southern California
Oh,
versus
I see. I
Pig's
see what you
Knuckle,
mean.
Arkansas? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't know. I think, because Southern California is a bit of the epicenter for some of the bar companies, that
Yes.
it's, you know, definitely easier to find here. So same, there's a lot of like LA County Fair bars and things like that that are just naturally from here. Knott's Berry Farm, all those places are just,
Mm.
close by. So, we
Yeah,
didn't
like
talk
you
about.
had Rarities Mint was over right there in Anaheim, and
Yeah, yeah. And of
APM,
course,
of course.
USVI Ingot Company was definitely doing their thing. The Anaheim Metals Company, all that, they
Yeah,
shared space. So
yeah, yeah.
Brother has a
There's a
good
lot
point
going on
with.
down there in Southern California.
Your brother has a good point with the big run on vintage bars and everything. He blames
Guardhouse
the
Box
guardhouse box
Challenge,
challenge. Yeah.
absolutely, that's responsible for my uptick in it. So you can blame Silver Struck. I always joke with him, "This is all your fault."
So that's what got your that's what lit your fire. That
Pretty
challenge.
much, pretty much doing the challenge. I had like maybe 10 or 15 art bars, and then I watched a few of his videos. And then when he laid down the challenge, I'm like, all right, I can do that.
Hold my beer, right?
And one thing led to another, and now I've got, I think I have probably 6 of the 50s. Well, 5 of the 50s and 6 of the 25s, something like that.
Wow.
I got to do an inventory again.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
coming
I've
on the
got
show
150.
Saturday and he definitely has the guard boxes for sure.
Who does?
Silverstruck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I got 150 box, and there's not one bar in it. I got all my bars everywhere, but not in the box.
Your
Well, that's the
brother, I
thing.
think, is on his way of filling one or two up. Can't remember.
That's cool.
That was the funny thing when I did the video last week with the trying to get organized. I had the silver mass cleanup on aisle 47 or whatever, and someone had to put a comment, "That's not organization. You just put rounds in there willy nilly without, some were upside down." And I didn't count how many went into each. I'm like, dude, I just wanted to get them separated and off the table. I've had bars like just piling up and coins piling up everywhere. I just need to get them organized. So some other day I'll worry about that. But I guess a lot of people's OCD got triggered.
There,
Absolutely, yeah.
there always has to be somebody in there with some comment. I've gotten some
Yeah.
strange comments in my streams, in my channels before, or my videos before.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I
Yeah. I
feel like
don't usually entertain the ones that are negative or whatever. I mean, once
Yeah.
in a while I'll say thanks for your opinion or whatever, but I don't challenge anybody or try to incite anybody if they're going to be that way, let them be. So life's too short to worry about stuff like that.
I haven't really seen too many negative comments in my videos.
Yeah, for the
Uh,
most part, I don't. But every once in a while, you get somebody. And that I was joking with some friends. I said, "Oh, that's the price of getting more popular is all the people come out of the woodworks and feel they can criticize you or whatever."
yeah.
So
Wasn't getting negative ones. There was like crazy ones where like I don't. One guy was like it was almost like suicidal, and I mean there was
no.
like some like weird comments and weird stuff, and I'm just like yeah I don't know about this one.
I've gotten some lately though that just truly made my day. I don't say that lightly when I leave that kind of a comment or whatever, but people. One guy wrote in and said, "Oh, I don't even collect bars, but I just love to hear the squish of the capsules." I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool to know." So thank you.
Yeah.
So I love hearing feedback, and so like I mentioned, even if I don't write back right away, I always try to address every comment if it's a constructive comment.
Well, when I bought all these are all a bunch of vintage rounds, and I filmed a video on it. And then I did little cuts of the capsule squeeze, and I said I gotta give a nod to Coin Sense and Nonsense on that. I had to get that little.
Well, I did one where I thought people were going to be like, "Oh yeah, do a bunch of those," and so I strung them together, and somebody was pissed that I did too many. It's like, "Oh, I turned it off and too much capsule squishing." I'm like, "Oh my god, you can't please everybody."
No, you
Same with
definitely.
the book. A lot of people, some people have voiced their concern. They don't like seeing the good book or whatever. You can just tell me whatever the thing is. And some people like to see the book, or they might have a bar that's nearby one of the bars I'm looking up, and they get a free lookup. So,
Hey,
Yeah.
the good book
um,
is awesome.
yeah.
The good book
So
is awesome.
I kind of felt like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and people
Yeah.
criticize it. That's their problem. So.
Well,
Silver State.
I like to include like a little clip of the gray sheet. If I buy something and I feel I got a good deal on it, I'll clip the gray sheet and circle what the market is.
Silver State says all you have to do is do a Goldback video. They will threaten your very existence.
Yeah. No, there's certain, I would call them third rail issues. Like if you grew up in New York, you knew what a third rail is,
Of
subway.
course.
The electric rail, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one you don't
And
touch because you'll get
you
fried.
don't, yep. And so, yeah, there's certain things you don't want to talk about. There used to be some real, people anti silver altogether. They were like, "Oh, if you don't collect gold, you're an idiot." And so there used to be some really heated conversations and whatnot. Some people got, their channel, they took down their channel because the heat got too intense.
Yeah.
So, and, it's like for my channel, it was about showing other people what's out there, not showing off, but just
Right.
showing what's out there. Some people couldn't, maybe just can't either afford or just don't have the ability to get the certain things that I'm able to get, and I want to share. It's not that I'm, trying to say, "Oh, you have to buy this" or whatever. It's just to show what's out there. And other people are like, "Oh, it's crazy. Why are you telling people to buy this?" Well, I'm not telling anybody to buy this. I'm just showing you what I bought.
Right.
The good book is an awesome part of your videos. I don't think you could
Oh,
ever get rid of that.
well, thank you very much.
Just my opinion.
That's in there for good, and bloopers when they're decent, they're staying as well. Because I had criticism on that too. "Oh, I don't need to see the sausage being made." Well, some people, it's funny to some people. So, and I'm not like so high and mighty that I can't be making fun of myself. So everybody makes mistakes. So.
Oh no, I think that's probably it shows your human side. That's the best part of your video, honestly. And I don't mean that in a negative way for the rest of your video. I look forward to it and I enjoy it.
Well, thank
Ah,
you.
It shows you're a regular guy. That's what I like.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I have to say that I did, because I'm into the whiskey and whatnot, I do watch some whiskey YouTube videos. They call them Whiskey Tube. And there was a couple channels where they did, even in their introduction, they showed like, outcuts or outtakes or whatever. And then at the end, they had some bloopers. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. So I adopted that. I can't claim that I invented it or anything like that, but I thought it was kind of endearing. So I figured, might as well show people the struggles of trying to make videos. Sometimes, they may think everything's all polished, but there is some harshness behind the scenes.
Yeah, no doubt. There's always going to
The
be
struggle
haters
is
no
real.
matter what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys are up for it, I'll shoot you one of the more gentle ones there of the blooper videos, and then you can see. Don't share the link, of course, but I'll choose who gets to see it. But I'll because of your kindness or whatever, I'll definitely
Yeah,
share
no, I
one
would
with
really
you.
appreciate that.
I would
I would
love
love
So-
to see that.
So
I would
yeah,
love
but
it.
it's
And we won't show it,
you know
don't worry.
definitely you gotta not have kids in the room there because there's
Yeah. Well, my kids are all in their 20s, so.
My kids have
right
four
on.
legs.
Well, this
They
has
don't
been a
know better.
pleasure. I don't want to drag on too long and make it enough with the CSAN. So want people wanting more. So trying to drop videos, not that I'm copying Silverstruck, but I try to do like a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, but sometimes they're later than others, and that's a Sunday drop. But trying to get 3 videos a week when I can. So
Too, yeah. That's hard work.
really appreciate all the support from everyone, and it's been great.
All right. Well, we
Mark?
appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much.
Real quick, Mark Samuelson says sometimes he just cuts straight to the bloopers just to get a good laugh.
We still there?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mark's still here.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. No, I didn't know. I got an alarm. I wasn't sure. I gotta make a phone call actually. So
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll
Well,
let you
thank you
go.
for taking your time and joining us. We greatly appreciate it. We know you have a busy schedule, and thank you so much for coming
yeah,
on.
really appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you for putting up with my delays or whatever, or just
That was my
not
fault.
being
That
able
wasn't yours.
to commit. So yeah, thank you. And maybe we'll do it again some other time. But yeah, I'll look forward to your other guests. And yeah, this Saturday you've got some special guests coming up. So
Silverstruck.
we'll definitely look forward to that. And he's been the inspiration for the Guardhouse Box Challenge.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I would say it's all his fault.
Well, just because of that, I got to get my guardhouse box in order before Saturday. So, in fact, I went through all this stuff today. I did that big long live stream because I wanted to have all my vintage stuff out and ready if it came up that I needed to show something.
Well, I don't know if people will want to see it, but I've got some where since I've reorganized the boxes, like I've got separate things like for Motherlode Mint, I've got a whole box full. So I'll try to show like a summary of each, and then maybe obviously I'm not going to do a book lookup, but I'll do a close up of each bar as they go back into the box, just to kind of show the bars, a little show and tell. So,
Sounds good.
Yeah, people like to see that.
yep. Right on, guys. Well, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you soon.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Take
Good night.
care.
Bye now.
You should have did your classic goodbye.
Oh, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye. Bye.
There you go. Now you got to say fuck 3 times.
Shit. God damn it. No. All right, guys. Take care.
Take care. Good night.
Take care.
See you. Bye.
Damn it! I wanted to get him to do a blooper.
He's still there.
Nah, he. I think he shut the camera off, but you got to drop him off the studio.
Oh. If they leave, it goes off the stage.
I know, but it looks like his camera just went black, but I think he's still there.
Maybe we'll get to hear his phone call.
Maybe.
Very, very, very nice guest. That was very cool.
There he goes. He's out. Yeah, damn
He's
it. I
still,
wanted him to get him to do a blooper at the end.
he's still
But I'm glad he
backstage.
did his bye. Bye.
Yeah, his man, he always has good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you say? Almost 400 bars? Wow.
Woo, that's a lot of bars, dude.
All vintage too. Well, that's just his vintage ones.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'm sure that's his focus right now. You know, he's probably super focused on that. It doesn't sound like he's, buying any Silver Eagles or Maples or anything like that right now.
Yeah.
So he's
He's
buying what makes him happy. I like that.
yeah, that's what I used to say in my videos. Buy what makes you happy. Don't buy what other people tell you to buy or what they're showing. Just buy what makes you happy. Buy what you want in your stack. Shit.
Yep. So who's still in the chat here? What we got? Silver
Joseph
State.
Lopez just showed up. We got Silver State, B. Taylor. They're the ones keeping the chat alive. Mark Samuelson is keeping the chat alive as well.
Yep.
It did dwindle down here towards the end, but I think somebody said it's a school night. Somebody earlier said that. What the heck? There's no school. What do they got? Summer school? I think they meant it's a
Well, I
work
don't know,
night.
man. Maybe when they say that, it means like it's a work night.
Yeah. FG Stacker still here, giving the pink wavy wave.
Pink hand. He's crown number 3. B. Taylor, crown number 1. Who's number 2?
I don't know. Oh, I mean, it might be PMG because he did 2 super chat things.
There you go. No.
PMG is
Oh,
still
yeah.
number
B.
2.
Taylor was. BT took over number 1, and I don't think anybody's going to challenge him.
BT's at number 1, PMG's at number 2, FG's at number 3.
There you go.
Silver
Sweet.
State, how are you at number 6?
What am I at? Like number 40?
You don't exist.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. Let
I
me
wanted
see.
to ask him about this JM bar, but he didn't really. I put it up front so he could see it, but he didn't say nothing, so I just kind of left it alone.
Yeah, you don't even show up on here, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I got about 2 comments in there. Take care, Mark. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate you. Not a school night. My parents will be home any minute.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for being in, brother. Appreciate you. So Silver State, I think it's I'll be there. I'll be at the coin show on Friday. Probably Friday early, and I don't think it does. From the sounds of it, LBS, I don't think we'll be there. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't put my faith in that. I think he's definitely going to be there. I don't think he's going to miss it. I don't think he'll miss it.
No.
It sucks that I can't be there. I really wish I could, but it's not going
Shit happens, man. There's another show in October. No worries.
Yeah, no, I know, but just annoying. But it is what it is.
What's annoying?
Not going to the coin show. But it is what it is, Can't go to every freaking coin show.
And I don't even know, I mean, I'm gonna go, but I don't know what I'm gonna be looking for, honestly.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm kind of like at that point right now too. Like, what am I gonna buy? I go there, like the stuff that I did buy there though. I look back on, obviously I look back on it today, and I was super happy with that trip down memory lane today. And it's
Yeah.
I did buy a lot of stuff at those 2 shows, the last 2. A lot of cool stuff.
I mean, there's cool stuff, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure there will still be cool stuff, but I don't know if there's anything that I have in mind that I'm really looking for right now.
Yeah.
Bill457 says my first win on YouTube was from Coin Sense and Nonsense. Hello. Nice. Thank you, Bill. He just dipped out, but you can always go back and check out the replay of it.
Yeah.
Silver, what the?
Wait, what?
Somebody's tearing shit up. Silver State says, let's go. I'll be able to afford 2 silver rounds. Spot will be $45 by Friday.
Yeah, it's always that way, right? The week of the coin show spot always goes wild.
You know what? It seems that way. That one
It
time you
does.
were out here, it shot up to like some high third, not high 30s, but like
No,
it shot up.
I look back, it was 32 during the last show. And now I'm looking at 32 like, wow, that would be great.
Yeah, but it was like I think it was like 30. I think it like just hit 30 like the week before or something.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. But I was looking at those 5-ounce the Light of Liberty.
Yeah.
I was thinking, man, I wish I would have bought 5 of those things.
Yeah, I remember I didn't even want to pay 75 for the 2-ounce one.
I know. We were stupid.
I
We were
was like,
short
well,
sighted on that.
now I'm like, even spot is over that. Even if I get spot on them, what the hell?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
we
might.
definitely but I guess it's all relative, you know. That was 35 an ounce and spot was 32. I think it was 32.50 that day. And 35 an ounce sounded like a lot of money. But when you look at the coin, the quality of the piece, 35 was a no-brainer.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Especially
don't know
now.
why I was being cheap.
Yeah, I don't know either, you cheap bastard.
Well, I mean, I did spend quite a bit on pre 33.
Yeah, you did. You went right in there and like you dumped like a nice little chunk in the first 5 minutes.
And then the second day I bought that piece, another piece too. So yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it
Yeah,
is.
I wouldn't I don't know. It is
I'll
what
walk
it is.
around there,
You can only buy so much stuff, you know.
walk around and see what's there.
Yep.
Like I said, I'll go Friday. Saturday, I just don't think I'll do it just because of the live stream and won't have time.
Yeah.
And then,
If you see that guy there with the Morgans,
yeah.
let me know so I can kick myself in the ass for not going.
Well, then you'll just have to Zell me some money and
Oh, I
um,
will. I will. I didn't want to suggest that, but if you're willing to do that,
yeah, of course I would. You know that.
yeah, I know, but I don't want to ask. I don't want to inconvenience you.
You know I don't care.
Yeah, but I bet that guy's going to be there, and I bet he's going to have that lid filled up.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, but they're probably not. They're not going to be 40 now. They'll be 50 now.
Ah,
Which in that case, it's almost like you can get rolls of them from like some of the bullion dealers for like 48
yeah.
BU rolls.
Yeah,
So
what is Liberty's coins or whatever? They sell them, right? I haven't checked their website lately.
they do, but they're a little bit more. Actually, you know who's cheaper is Apmex, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's like if you catch them on sale, Monument Metal's pretty good. Trying to think who's the other one.
Is that who just sent an email today and it was you can get like 4 calls at spot or something, I think it was.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I got SDJM and Scottsdale today.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Well, usually every Monday anyway. Usually every Monday they send that stuff out.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see what Liberty Coins has right now. 21. Worse than coal. What the hell? How do you get worse than coal?
That's like fucking slicks.
Why? Why would you even bother? What the hell?
Yeah, if that's not at melt, then why bother? And you better weigh them too because they're going to be down on weight.
Yeah. A roll of 20 coal VG details pre 21 for 620.
A roll of 20 for 620. That's like $30.67 each. It's okay, I guess. It's not terrible.
That is steel.
Oh,
They never like Liberty Coins never had like great deals, but I mean they have them there, if you want them.
yeah.
USP silver dollars roll of 20 BU random date for 702.
Peace
So you're looking at
dollars?
30. Yeah.
So BU random date peace dollars. That's $35 a piece. That's actually not terrible. Do they have BU Morgans?
Um roll of 20 BU pre-21 Morgans. You want to guess the price on them?
49. So like, wait, 980
No,
more.
1,065.
Yeah, that's $53 a piece. Yeah, I got math skills. Oh
So they're
man,
pricey. So yeah, I think if that guy's there, like you said, they'll end up being $50.
yeah, yeah,
Which
uh,
isn't really not a
yeah.
steal.
Silver State said that's a name I thought I'd never hear coming out of BCS's mouth. AppMax.
No, it's me
No,
that
I don't
doesn't
have a
like
problem with
AppMax.
AppMax, man. I really don't.
Oh, he says someone drilled a hole in it for a neck chain. That's less than coal. Uh-oh, we lost BCS. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just me. We lost them. SSM, I have Morgans, but I like Peace Dollars better. Yeah, I like Peace Dollars just because everybody likes Morgans better. I don't know. I like being different. I wonder if Blue Collar's phone died or hung up on him, or his wife slapped him upside the head. You going to the coin show this weekend, Vegas? TZKB? Yes, I am. I will be there. Trying to figure out when. Go back. Let me see something. TZKB, I'm not sure when I'm going to go, but I think I might go.
What happened?
Where'd you go?
I don't know, man. It just dropped out. I didn't even realize I was gone. I was talking. I was like, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." I did not even realize that I was gone.
Can you see the private chat on StreamYard?
Yeah, hold on one second. I think I can. Oh, maybe I can't. I thought I could. No, I can't see it. Oh, wait. No, can't see it.
No? All right, don't worry about it.
You text me or?
Oh, I can. I will.
Yeah. I think my camera is off anyway.
That is.
I'm waiting for your text. I see you typing. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And I was going to say something before about that. And I got some ideas on that. I'll talk to you after the show. You hear what I said?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we get oof. I'm just shutting my camera off. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Silver State, I might go like Friday afternoon. I gotta sleep. You know, I work nights, so I gotta sleep. So I'm not sure when I'll exactly be there. Probably Friday afternoon. Um, maybe Sunday, but who knows? You know, I'll reach out to you and figure that part out.
Oh yeah.
B. Taylor, you need to come out for a coin show. Stuart, good to see you. Stopping in.
All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna pack it up and go to bed.
Yeah, my wife's doing something out there. I gotta figure out what the hell she's got going on.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. Greatly appreciate it. B Taylor, start to finish as always. Stuart, thanks for popping in. Silver State Stacker, thanks for being here to the end. TZKB, maybe we'll meet up at the coin show. SSM, thanks for stopping in as well. FG Stacker, thanks for being here for a long time as always. And remember, guys, we have Silverstruck Saturday morning. So that'll be another good one. Back to back vintage bar guests, which is awesome. And then next Monday night, do you want to say who we have next Monday night?
Yeah, I would definitely say, yeah, for sure.
That's up to you. You got that one lined up.
Yeah, we're gonna have Gator from Gator's Coins, Gator's Golden Coins, I think it is.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
That should be fun. Gator is cool. He's controversial. I like that. So
Will be a good one.
should be a good time.
And then I'm sure either Blue Collar or I will be reaching out to a couple of you because I will be on vacation. So
Yeah.
we will need a replacement.
Yes, we will.
Thank you guys for being here. Greatly appreciate it as always. And we will talk to you on Saturday morning.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank
Enjoy
you,
the week.
everybody. Appreciate it. Vegas already called you out, so I'll just give you a group goodbye. Goodbye, y'all.
My stream just took a shit.
What? I can hear you.
We're still live.
Yes, we are.
My StreamYard just took a shit
Oh, really?
on one screen. Let me see if I can get it up on this other one. I gotta figure out how to end the stream.
Ooh. I would just close the app.
It won't even let me close that.
Yeah. FG, I'm going to check my email. I saw that you just said that.